Once upon a time in the early 2000s, Hollywood asked a very important question.
What if a group of idiots drove across the country for the worst possible reason?
And apparently the answer was make that movie multiple times.
Bad decisions, questionable friendships, extremely outdated technology.
Tonight, it's Sex Drive versus Road Trip.
Let's hit the road.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flick Fights!
And welcome back to Flick Fights, everybody, a show where two movies enter and one movie leaves. With me, as always, is Blues Brother Nick Nye.
And with me, as always, is Blue Brothers Devin Vestal.
I didn't bring any sunglasses. I should have got the sunglasses. Now I just want to watch Men in Black.
And I'm Belushi. I know, it's fine.
I didn't need to say it. If you are new to the show, what we do here is we take two movies with a connecting factor, similar themes, similar plots, similar actors, or in this case, a blueprint that was stamped across a billion fucking movies from 1990 to 2010.
Sex is involved, and we have to drive to a place because of
Yes.
sex.
When I told people what episode we were doing, almost every single one was like, oh, you should have done it with this. Oh, you should have done it with this. I know there's a billion different ones we could have done it with, but these are the only ones that really made me laugh, I guess.
Yeah.
Jess said Euro Trip, and I was like, we almost did that. But
Yeah.
the only thing they have in common is they go a place and there's boobs. Like,
Yeah.
It's not even a road trip in Euro Trip.
No, it's European Vacation, if anything, and there's
Right.
a movie about that, so I might do that one.
Yeah, actually, yes. I think that's what we ended up doing.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Yeah, just a little closer. But yeah, these are very, very similar. Very different outcomes, but still very, very similar.
Yeah, even like similar reasons. I almost thought they were the same reason. I couldn't
Yeah.
remember exactly.
Oh,
what...
I mean, no, these two movies bled into each other. Like, I was convinced Seth Green was in fucking Road Trip, not Sex Drive in my head. I'm like, when are they going to get to the Amish part? I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that they both have a green too, it's crazy.
Yes. Well, and also Seth Green has been acting in shit since like 1982, so just like the chances of him being in both these movies were high.
He is so slept on, dude. He's so
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
funny.
Well, yeah, he's great in this.
So, for those that don't know, there is an unrated edition of Sex Drive. If you've
Yes.
seen Sex Drive, first watch Sex Drive. The directors say that 4 times at the
Mhm.
beginning of the unrated version. Don't watch that one first, because it will make no sense to you. It's just a bunch of spoofs and gags about their own fucking movie. But that part with Seth Green is like 3 whole minutes longer and turns into him trying to grape Lance. It's fucking great.
Ugh.
But please like and subscribe if you're new here. Give us 5 stars if you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Amazon. Share the episode. Get in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into our tale of the tape for this evening. In our red corner, we have Sex Drive, created in 2008, directed by Sean Anders. There's actually 2 directors. I think they're both Anders brothers. But the budget was only $19 million. Box office, it only made 18.8, so just shy of even
Yeah.
breaking even.
I mean, I think this was like the death knell of the Sex Drive comedy. Like, we kind of were done in 2008, I think.
You know what else, though? This was prime LimeWire and BitTorrent
That
era.
too,
We were
that
not
too.
going to the movies unless
No.
it was an Avengers movie.
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, I mean, no, back in 2000s, if I could have gotten a ticket to Road Trip, I would have been right fucking in there. My 11-year-old
Right.
ass is like, boobs, because that'd be like the only boobs I'd see that month.
Exactly. But by the time 2008 hit, we'd already seen them all.
Yeah.
And we could download them all. Yeah, there was no shortage of these movies and boobs. But runtime is 109 minutes. Very similar scores tonight for once. IMDb has it at a 6.5. Rotten Tomato critics gave it a 45. Other notable films from Sean Anders are Horrible Bosses 2, Daddy's Home, and Instant Family. Which seems like he really went for the family comedy. Like it just progressed and
Yeah.
progressed, other than Horrible Bosses, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've
but
seen 1. I've never seen 2, so who knows?
2's it's just as funny as the first one, I guess. But
Fair enough.
The starring cast of Sex Drive is Josh Zuckerman, Clark Duke, Amanda Crew, and James Marsden. A bunch of names
Mhm.
you don't hear that often.
No. All right. In the blue corner, we have Road Trip 2000. Director Todd Phillips. Budget of 16 million. Worldwide box office of 119 million, and that is the power of boobs in the early 2000s
Mhm.
and 90s.
They fucking crushed it.
Oh yeah. Runtime of, I mean, they even lampshaded the movie. It's like, that's not how this works. It's like, it's my fucking movie. Runtime of 93 minutes, IMDb of 6.5, Rotten Tomato critics of 57%, audience of 65. Other notable films from Todd Phillips are The Hangover, Old School, and Joker.
I have to include Joker every time because it's just like, what
Yeah,
happened?
I don't know, man. Top billed casts are Breckin Meyer, Sean William Scott, Amy Smart, Tom Green, and DJ Qualis.
All right. But yeah, I just want to point out, which you probably noticed, the IMDb for these movies is exactly the same. So,
Mhm.
we're not going into this with one as a clear favorite. And it definitely wasn't like that for me going into this.
No.
I hadn't seen either in so long. I had no idea which one I was going to lean
Yeah,
towards.
no, I mean, Sex Drive, I remember like the grandpa smoking pot, the sperm scene, and then like the boobs, and that was like literally all that like remained in my memory from that
Right.
movie.
Yeah, I remembered the car. I remembered the donut. Didn't remember Road Trip. I only remembered DJ Qualls hooking
Yep.
up with that black girl. That was pretty much it.
Which is, we'll get to that, but like, like that was a massive fat joke back in the
Right?
2000s. And I'm like, really?
That's
Really?
exactly what I put in my notes. I was like, I don't give a fuck what you guys are saying. I'm
Yeah.
smashing.
I'm like, out of all the girls I've seen tonight, I mean, I know I'm putting on the fucking my list to fucking Rhonda. Goddamn, girl.
That shows how much time has changed, though, because in my memory, she was gigantic.
Yeah.
And then I watched this, I'm like, that's just a thick girl.
Yeah, she's hot and thick, and yeah, I'll take you home to my mama. Fuck yeah.
Fucking lucky asshole.
I know. Snap him like a twig. Should have been me.
On. Let's go ahead and get into. We're going to go through a bit of scene by scene for Sex Drive. We will be skipping some parts because this was packed full of shit. It's a strength of the movie, but it also got a little much. Each scene was pretty funny, but some of them, there's just too many of them. They're a little too long.
There is definitely a 20-minute shorter cut of this movie that is way better than what we got. Because like there was a point, I was like watching this today, I'm like, okay, shit, we're getting a little close to like this Titanic. Like, what the fuck?
Right?
Like,
Yeah, about the third, I don't want to just be friends conversation. I was like, all right, wrap it up.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we've been with the Amish for like an hour now. God damn. Which fucking, I will say, like, whoever
that's the best part of the movie.
Yeah, whoever's the PR agent for the Amish did a fucking good job for this movie because they are G's in this, but we'll get to that.
This movie is heavily repping Illinois, by the way. This whole movie's like in Illinois. I forgot about that. And then, we have hella Amish in Illinois, so this tracked. But it opens on Ian catfishing before catfishing was really, I don't think Catfish the show existed yet.
he might be the first. Might have been the pioneer. This might be the patient zero of catfishing.
Yeah. He's got like a horribly photoshopped picture of himself in football pads, shirtless with abs.
Which at first I thought was like just the movie being lazy because I'm like, oh, we're fucking, because I've seen that so many times, like just a shitty Photoshop on a computer image, like in a fucking old 2000 movie. It's like, no, that was intentionally shitty. That was point to the movie.
And the girl he's talking to is called Miss Tasty, and she sends him. It cracked me up. She sends just a basic ass bikini picture, and he's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Really though?" Forgot how big, super skinny girls were in the 2000s. I'm like, I'm not really that into it.
yeah. But he was also like a loveless virgin at this point, so it's just
True.
like. She could have like walked within 10 feet of him and probably got the same fucking response.
He's trying to figure out what to say back, and his cutout of Van Damme in the corner tells him, "Don't be a pussy."
Yes.
I will say, of all the things I learned about Ian, being a Van Damme fan was not something I would have pegged him for.
No, and also don't emulate. I mean, I guess Van Damme now is okay. He's got a doctorate or something like that. But like 80s Van Damme, don't be like 80s Van Damme.
Yeah, no shit.
He's grown as a person, but he was terrible.
I love that he goes from chatting with her, goes to sleep, and then has something I never had the pleasure of experiencing. He has a full on fucking wet dream.
Oh yeah.
Where in the dream she's going down on him while he bench presses, and I always thought that was fucking hilarious.
And then it's funny too because like I like the cut too because it's all in one shot too, and like the head disappears and like the thing comes in from out of screen, then he lets go of it off the screen. It's actually a good little bit of cinematography,
right?
It's
And the way it fades from night to day while all this is happening, yeah.
It was like more effort than was necessary for that. And I was like, well done. But yeah, but then we have what I can only describe as an unironic version of the first scene from Not Another Teen Movie.
Right. Yeah. It's so Cyclops is in this movie and he plays his older brother Rex.
Yes.
And I was kind of jealous this has never happened to me, but then seeing the aftermath, I'm glad this has never happened to me.
Yeah, no, it's not a good thing. It's yeah.
But his older brother comes in and says, "Wake up." He throws around the F word a lot in this movie.
Which we find out later is
technically
kind
okay.
Okay, yeah. It's I had a big problem with it, then they kind of retroactively make it okay at the end. I'm like, fair play movie, fine. I can't see shit. But yeah, he drops like F-bombs like it's fucking like going out of style on a Tuesday. It's just like bah, 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 and just belittling his little brother. It's like, you got a fatty under there, and like pulls the thing off, and it's like he's naked. It's like, what were you expecting, dude? He was very obviously trying not to show you his dick.
I like that after saying the F word, he goes, "What the F?" when he pulls back the blanket. I'm like, wow, weird time to censor yourself. But also the way he shows him throw his underwear across the room.
Oh,
he also
splat.
sleeps in the same room as his little brother.
Yeah,
all nasty.
Yeah.
But they make it super audible nasty just when he throws his underwear. Then his dad comes in and has picked this moment to announce to everyone that he has proposed to apparently their parents are divorced. Yeah, new stepmom, and Ian won't get up to hug her. And I just love this is like classic older brother shit. Rex is like, "Yeah, come on, Ian, get up, give her a hug. What's wrong with you?"
And she like takes it really personally too. She's like, "It's okay. He's time to acclimatize to it. I'm gonna go get some cookies." And just eat shit on the soaked underwear and breaks your arm.
And Rex is like, "What smells like jizz?" You know damn well what it was, Rex. Yeah, I love the stepmom for this whole movie is trying so hard to seek Ian's love. It's adorable.
So pure, and she's so punished for it every time.
But then we cut to the judge. Beautiful. GTO judge, 1969. Gorgeous. And it's the general without all the problems of the general, which is the General Lee, that general. Immediately notice that it has Illinois plates, and it says no fat chicks. Find out later, it should have just said no chicks. Drops the F-bomb again, and he's driving him to school and asks him something I heard a lot in Illinois, partially because of this movie, partially because that's just how people are in Illinois. It's like, I'm going to ask you something. You queer?
Yeah. And he's like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, you're queer." It's like, "What? No. It's like, "No, we didn't answer immediately." It was like, "Look, man, we all have like those thoughts. We just got to press." I was like,
yeah. Starts dropping tidbits early. So in the uncut version of the scene, it's another 2 minutes long. He goes, "Which part do you like best, the shaft or the balls?" And then he goes on for a long time describing it. He's like, "You ever spit on it and like look at your reflection in it? You don't do that? I would do that." And then we see Ian works at the mall, classic teenage movie, ogling at girls.
Yep. And oh god, I don't miss the slacks, polo shirt, and fucking visor combo that we've all had to wear at one point. And
oh yeah, anybody that had any kind of retail or restaurant job in the 2000s had to wear a fucking visor.
I firmly believe that like how like Israel has like mandatory military service, in the US we need like mandatory like customer service.
Oh, I think mandatory restaurant work.
Yeah, specifically, like you got to be shit on by the masses to teach you some empathy, like for the lowest tier of society.
Like people that work together in restaurants and shit act like we served in war together. Yeah. It is obviously not war, but similar PTSD, I would say.
So I don't care if you're rich, man. You got to do like 6 months at the local McDonald's just to fucking learn about life.
Yeah, so that you're not the asshole. If everybody had to do it, we wouldn't have as many assholes treating them like shit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then We meet Becca, his coworker, who's getting sexually harassed by their manager, and she emotionally blackmails him into wearing the donut suit.
Yes, Senor Donut, a very racist Mexican donut.
Yes. I fucking love the end of this movie with that donut and the cops, dude.
But yeah, the donut costume's like kind of like tilted to the sides, so like his head's in one eye, one arm works, and the other hand like works the mouth, and he just does it instinctively.
He does it. He
whole
can't
movie.
stop the whole time. Yeah. The guy comes up and asks him where the gap is and like leans down and sticks a giant dildo to the front of the donut, and he walks around with it for a while. We meet Felicia, played by Amanda Crew. I have always loved this girl, by the way. Like, yeah, that's all I'll
Actress,
say about
yes,
that.
but this character is the
character
fucking worst.
fucking sucks.
Oh my
character
God.
was several girls I went to high school with. Though. Everything she wears, she's got all those billion black rubber bracelets that I had, and also every girl had.
Yeah, no, she fell through the Hot Topic, hit every fucking shelf on the way, and fell at the other side. Yeah, that's I remember.
Everybody said those were sex bracelets, by the way. If you're too young or too old to know, they said they were sex bracelets, and if somebody broke one, that meant you had to bang them. I don't know if that was everywhere, but that definitely happened in my high school.
Oh, I heard about that. But it's one of those things where it's like I think it was like maybe happened once in the history of time, and then everyone else just fucking like, it's a sex bracelet, and then like fucking it breaks. It's like, no.
I take everything back. Yep. She's trying on like a pretty dress. You see, basically they show you that she's like kind of punky, gothy, emo-y. Not really, but her family is all dressed in pink, and she's not
alternative.
That. Exactly. Yes, perfect description. Not emo like The Used, emo like Fall Out Boy, literally.
Yeah. Even though it's like emo light. Like
right.
She's just sad sometimes.
Yes. And she has black hair. That's pretty much it. And a family full of blondes.
Yes.
And we meet Lance, who's trying on like a leisure suit. And just so you know, this played like Clark Duke, who was the kid in Hot Tub Time Machine. And long before Hot Tub Time Machine, he was a sexcapating lady killer. That's what he plays in this movie. The lady helping him try on the suit is all flirty with him immediately. He's like, hey, honey, you're trying too hard, and I gotta say I'm not into it. Even his dad is seeking his approval. Like, gets out the phone and talks shit about his mom to him, and he's like, real classy, Dad.
It's like, oh, she doesn't talk shit about me? He's like, no, never. She's a saint. He's like, oh.
That's great. He's got like an Indiana Jones hat on, trying to look cool with it. Yeah, and then we see Ian walk up with the dildo still on the donut suit. I'm going to leave a big pause here so I don't get cut by some censor. But he walks up and to a father and says, I have something yummy for your little girl. Remember, he's advertising donuts, YouTube.
Yep.
But yeah, he has that on the suit, and the dad knocks his ass down a flight of stairs in an escalator.
And Felicia and Ian see this happen and come running to his aid from their respective points in the mall.
I love the basketball noise it makes every time somebody hits the donuts.
Thunk.
Yes.
It's like inflated with air.
Lance lectures him for letting Becca use him. Basically, they lecture him the entire movie for being too nice, while they continue to use him for being too nice. And you get a hint here that Felicia's into Lance. She says, don't listen to him. Like, this whole act doesn't work. And he goes, it works on you. And she's like, oh my God.
No, it doesn't. And all this time he's still in the donut suit and he's still working mouth. Like, dude, stop working mouth. He's like, I can't.
And then we meet, I think this might be these guys are the most quoted things from this movie. I would argue.
It's Andy and Randy, I think, are the two characters.
I don't even know. I've always called them the Sup Kids.
Yeah. I think at the end I heard it's like, so Randy, sup Dan. Like, yeah, Andy. It's something like that. But yeah.
Typical 2008 teenagers. They got like the hairstyle and everything, and
random
it's
shitty piercings.
Hilarious. They're just sitting in the middle of the mall, like, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" to everybody that walks by, and their little fucking lines they throw in there so goddamn funny. Like, when they're hitting on a girl, in between every question, the one kid's like, "Where do you live?" He's like, "What?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Is your mom hot too? Where do you live?" Want to see us take our shirts off? Do you wear thong underpants?
And I'm like, it's like, yeah, their ability to open is amazing, but they cannot close.
Yes. They're fucking awesome. Ian wears his donut suit out to Rex, who is picking him up because he lost his key to his locker.
Yeah.
So he's wearing the donut suit out, and he says,
And it's-
"Take that off. You look like a Mexican butthole."
Yeah, and he can't because he's got no clothes. And well, I guess he throws it in the trunk.
He does do it. Yeah, he just rides
heads home
home in
and
his
then,
underwear.
Yeah, and then Becca, the girl from the store, shows up, and apparently she's here for his 14-year-old
Just straight
younger
up.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just never brought up again. We kind of, I mean, one time it's brought up after that, but we just kind of brushed past it. And then we just Lance's party.
Yep.
Cut
Yep.
to it.
He thinks she's there to go with him. She's not. And then we're at the party where Lance is dressed like Hugh Hefner and Ian is sitting by himself. I like that he's sitting there talking to him, and this hot girl comes up and is like, "Great party, Lance." He's like, "Rude. You saw I was in the middle of a conversation."
Yeah. So come back in a few minutes when we're done. She's like, "Go wait over there."
Yeah, then he calls her over and tells her Ian's a virgin, and she's into that. And,
Oh yeah, no, and Lance like wingmans him all the way to the bed. Like he's in there. Like it's
for all his faults, he's a fantastic friend for most of this movie. Like usually he would have banged Felicia. Usually is what would happen and piss off.
Yeah, but no, he didn't. He's got a morality. Like even like calls her out on her shit at one point.
That's
like,
my favorite part. Yeah.
And he's like, well, first of all, he was gonna fumble this to begin with. He was already like freaking out and like, but then there's a knock at the door and it's fucking Felicia, and she's like, "Oh, I thought you were in there with like a girl or something." It's funny, right? Yeah.
He shuts the door, and just leaves.
Yeah, that poor girl. Like that's her fucking self-esteem gone forever. It's like I got sold to a man who didn't even want me. Oh.
She's full on going down on his fingers when this happens.
Yeah.
And when the door knocks, he pulls them out and it goes, like makes a full popping noise out of her mouth. Oh, and then cringiest part of the movie, I think.
Yes, this exact thing happened to me twice, and it's not. It hurt.
No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, it was because of movies like this. I never once made that assumption.
I was dumb enough to try. Yeah, no, my senior year, like, the girl who was like opposite the fucking lead of me in the play, like I fucking tried this on. It was like that look, just like. Nope. Yep. Know that.
Oh, that's awful.
This hurt. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah. So she tells Ian she has a secret. She has a crush on somebody, and but she tells him to guess. Which fuck you for that. And he's like, "I think I know." And it starts playing this sweet music, and he leans in to kiss her, and she's like, "Oh no." And he's like, I was just fucking kidding. And she's like, "Me too," and pretends somebody was calling her over, and I died inside.
Yeah, it's like, who do you like? It's like, nobody. And then like, there's just like this guy's just like harsh. I like there.
It's fucking hilarious. And then you see the sup dudes are on the porch as he's leaving. He goes to leave the party. Girl walks by, like, "Do you want to make out with us?" And then you're like, take a picture. And he's like, "Yeah, post it on totalfuckingawesomeness.com/we rule."
Yeah. And it's like, he's like walking, he's like, "No, bro, come on, no." And it's like, actually, no, question. Like, how do you guys like have the confidence? Like, we're awesome. He's like, okay, that doesn't help me.
Like, didn't you take that fully? He's like, "I took her to prom." He's like, "You should bang her."
Yeah. We'll bang her. Yeah.
As he leaves, he's like, "We were banging her so hard with our dicks. Yeah, our dicks are huge. You could see it from space." They're like Beavis and Butthead for the 2000s. It's great. And comes home to the end of a felony. I don't know if it's a felony, I guess. They're in high school probably. But
Romeo and Juliet laws, hopefully, maybe. 17, 14. It's,
yeah. Rebecca's leaving, making out with his little brother as he comes home, and he's like, "Ian, smell my finger." And he's like, he's like, "I'm not gonna." All right.
Sure you got the right hole, man? And then he just like runs off like a little kid. It's like, the fuck was
that? So he immediately goes to texting Miss Tasty again, his online girl. And she's like, "Drive that GTO to Knoxville to come see me." By the way, I didn't notice this, but it's one of the facts I looked up. In her profile, it says she's into Bonnie and Clyde and something about car thieving. Like the red flags are there, but she's like, "If you come all the way for me," and then it does a like whole trailer moment, "I'll go all the way for you." Like heavy zooms on the words, and he goes, "Holy buckets."
Yeah, and then he starts like fantasizing and like making out with like his fucking
his
punching
heavy bag.
Yeah, his heavy bag. And like the mom's like, and then like starts like trying to back out.
Stepmom trauma number 2. He turns and sees her, takes out of his earphones. She's like, I brought you cookies. She's like, oh my God.
And he still like tries to like punch it, like he's just like, yeah.
We see him, he goes and shops for condoms to the song All Shapes and Sizes. We see he has an itinerary getting ready to drive down there. Never seen a condom apparently, and he's playing with it, and the stepmom again comes in with cookies and catches a condom to the face as he shots it.
And doesn't acknowledge it, doesn't talk about it, just like, your friends are here, and just like turns and walks out with it still in her hair.
She's like, I'm sorry I didn't knock. The door was open, by the way.
Yeah.
I also love, she's the only person in the movie that has a Midwestern accent, and I appreciated it. She's like, there's $40 in the cow.
For fun.
Lance shows up and knew he was buying condoms. He's like, how the fuck did you know that? He's like, it's on Russ Miller's blogs. And we snap cut to Russ Miller's blog. He shows Lance Miss Tacey, and then Lance laughs at his catfish profile, and he says he can help him close. But for when we need the car. And they go outside, and Rex is strapping down dirt bikes. They're about to leave town for the week. And asks Ian to help him strap down the dirt bike. And he's like, Ian, did I hear you asking about borrowing my car? He was like, no. And he's like, you sure? You're my little brother, Ian. All you got to do is ask.
Yeah.
He's like, really? Well, can I borrow the car, Rex? And he just lets go of the bungee cord
and just whips him in the face.
I would fucking kill you if you did that to me. That shit would hurt.
Oh, dude, that could like fucking take out an eye or something that, man. Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, don't ever fucking touch my car.
And then he does a suck it all the way backwards while the garage door closes.
Yeah, and like I guess like the whole family, the younger brother, the dad, and the older brother all going to like some fucking motocross event somewhere else. And
typical
and like
Illinois shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And the second like the fucking door closes, like Lance starts like looking under the car and like finds the key. And he's like, all right, we're gonna go. Then like the door opens again. It's just Rex standing in front of it, like as it fucking goes up.
Yeah, it comes up
super
so
villain.
slow.
They're like fucking fumbling the key and throwing it into the car and shit, and like get it right back to where it was like 2 seconds before it fucking comes up at eye level. Then he just like like they're like fucking on their knees each other, like looks like they're like fucking
So in the unrated version, it straight up is that. It's making the noises and everything. He's like
God, I couldn't wait 5 minutes, you little fairies. And just, like, goes over and takes the key. He's like, yeah, and like walks off with it. But then we see Ian just like, hey,
all Rex has is the case. Ian somehow snagged the key. But yeah, they go to leave, and then he forgets. Felicia asked if she could stay there for the weekend. They see her walking up as they're pulling out. And they lie to her and say they're going to Knoxville because his grandma has foot cancer. She's like,
but it's not that bad.
Me, Mom. He's like, it's just a little foot cancer.
Yeah, it's like, why in Illinois? They got a really good foot cancer clinic there. If you ever
in Knoxville,
Illinois.
And then, Lance is pissed that he invited her. And, we go on to some montages. Common theme tonight. But it
really
plays Time to Pretend by MGMT. This is where we get to start comparing soundtracks as the montages.
But
MGMT
really the only thing
is a good one.
important in the montage is at one point Felicia's just sitting on Lance's lap for some reason.
Yes, fuck this girl completely. I'm so sick of her already. You know she's fucking with Ian. You know she knows Ian is into her, and she's sitting on Lance's lap while he drives. Bitch. But yeah, they pull up next to literally the car from Fast and Furious. And Lance starts shit with him, like smacks on their car, like we want to race. And
and just pulls in front of them and just like bombs him with fucking Taco Bell. It's like that's the top.
And Lance knows everything.
Chalupa, medium Coke.
That was fucking hilarious. And then they almost crash into a Winnebago, and they're fine. And then we see them at the gas station cleaning up. I don't know what the fuck Felicia's problem is. They go into the gas station, and the gas station attendant is crying, and Felicia's like, "What? Like, what's going on? You know what might make you feel better?" And then puts down money. He's like, "Putting 40 on pump 2." And then just leaves. I'm like, what the fuck was that about?
No, it's like such fucking like mean girl energy.
Yeah.
And then fucking Lance like goes in like right behind her. He's like, what's wrong, honey?
Puts his hand on hers, and then Ian comes out to the car and is like, "I got you a shirt, Felicia," totally simping. And she rolls her eyes and points to the back seat where Lance is in the back seat with the girl crying. He's like, "I'm just trying to show another human compassion." And he goes, "And my dick."
Yep.
Cut straight to Sweet Home Alabama trailer park.
Yeah. Lance and the girl are in the bedroom in the back. He's getting handcuffed to the fucking bed frame, and we cut out to Mama and Peepaw, and I have not seen balls this pendulous since John Knoxville doing fucking old grandpa.
The grandpa's got short shorts on, and he just has his fat, hairy nuts hanging out the side of
It looks so real. Like, if it's a prosthetic,
It
it's
is
a good
real.
one.
By the way,
Yeah.
that's one of my facts for later. It was not a prosthetic.
Yeah, that was too wrinkly and too hairy to fucking not be real. That
Just
was
straight old man balls.
yeah, just center frame for like 30 seconds. It's
In
a
case I
filmmaking
forget, at the end of this movie, apparently that actor died,
Oh,
and
no.
there's a in memoriam super close up of his balls. That says
I mean-
in memory of our friend.
My man's immortal. I guess.
Yeah.
Gonna be giving people views of his balls long to the afterlife, and that's more than most of us can say.
Just realize these movies both have the stop at the redneck grandparents' house for totally
Mhm.
different reasons, but
Yes, and we
Yeah.
see both of their genitals.
yeah. But you see, she's trying all this stuff on Lance. She's like, "You ever
Yeah.
had a peppermint fatty?" And then puts a peppermint in her mouth and goes down. And then she's
That
like,
one
"You ever had a
seems-
rolling brown out?"
Yeah,
He's
not
like,
the
"Let's
first
try
one-
it."
First one, I'm like interested in. The second one, yeah, not so much. As she stands up, drops her drawers, and turns around. He's like, "No brown, no brown."
Then we see a pickup truck pull up, and this dude, the dude from The Walking Dead, actually, the big giant
Yeah.
military dude, jumps
Yeah.
out with a baseball bat.
Like before he comes into, like, Ian's kind of calling out Felicia. It's like, you like him, and you're fucking like watching him rail some random
Right.
chick. Like, what? Yeah, it's just like,
But he hears giggling in the back, and Felicia tries to keep him from going in. She's like, "What, are you gonna hit a girl?" And he points at Ian. He goes, "No, but I'm gonna pummel his ass real good." She's like, "Okay."
he's just like, no, he doesn't. She doesn't even back up. Ian's like, okay, you're gonna let him by. Straight up, like, my boyfriend will fight you. Energy is like, no, no, bitch, we back up.
Lance busts through the door, still carrying the bed frame with him, just in his socks and underwear, and dude chases him through the cornfield in his truck, and
Yeah, runs him over at one point, and like I guess the bed frame keeps him alive
Right.
somehow, which I feel like would have been worse. Like, it would have just like
yeah, should have
fucking-
caught on something and just started
Yeah.
dragging
or
him.
just like crushed him. Like, I don't know. But yeah, we basically have a little fucking like Signs horror fucking movie moment from fucking
Yes.
running around the corn, and just as he's about to like actively kill him on the ground with a bat in the cornfield, like fucking Felicia and Ian come to just hit him with the fucking judge.
I love her reaction. They come out of the corn and she goes, "Holy shit!"
He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I didn't see you." He's like, "Stop apologizing." He just jumps in the car and they freaking run.
I like Lance goes, "You just killed that guy." And he gets it. And they drive out of the corn, lecturing Lance, lecturing Lance, and yeah.
We get some archaic technology reference here. Is it's like, okay, where's the map?
Yes.
Oh, the Google Map was in my pocket. And children, when we say Google Map is in my pocket, we're not talking about a cell phone.
Yeah.
We're talking about a printed set of directions that you would print off of your 2-dimensional printer back in the day to try to get to where you were. And if you missed a fucking exit, God fucking help you.
Yep. Especially because those Google Maps didn't have an actual fucking map, like an atlas where you could reference where you
No.
missed the turn. It was just like, now I got to backtrack to the last thing I did do right. And fucking.
no. Me and my friends, the first time we went to the Sierras, we straight up had a fucking Dumb and Dumber moment, because like we had never driven there before, like by ourselves, and like we never driven anywhere far before by ourselves. And it's like a fucking 9.5-hour drive, and there's literally a point where there's like 5 turns in the entire fucking journey. We went left instead of right, and we're just looking around. There's like flat desert fucking around all of us. There's like, God, I thought the Rocky Mountains would be more fucking rocky.
So for this specific drive they're doing from Illinois through Tennessee, if you make a wrong turn there, you just end up in Missouri.
Oh no.
Like, I don't remember this giant goddamn bridge over the Mississippi in Tennessee.
Yeah. Once you get in Missouri, it's hard to leave.
Yep.
That's how they get new fucking citizens. Just catch them in a fucking large net as they come through.
Then we get a David Koechner cameo, the guy from Anchorman and lots of
Yeah.
other funny shit. He's great. He's hitchhiking, and he's bald on top with a long ponytail, crazy wardrobe.
Yeah.
Ian says, no, we're not picking him up, but then the car just dies right in front of him.
Yeah.
He leans in, he's like, you're good people. Oh, you're not wearing any pants.
He was like, yeah. He's like, all right. And just moves past it. But yeah, they have the great idea to pee in the radiator, which I don't know if this works, but I feel like it would fuck things up horribly.
Certainly not a permanent fix.
Yeah.
Keep it from overheating for 30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, like I feel like this would be working like a Model T, but like not so much in a fucking Hemi.
Right. Yeah, they try
And,
to mansplain to Felicia that she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's like, fuck you, my brothers did this. So
Yeah.
they all pee in it, but the hitchhiker has nothing in the tank, and apparently they need more piss. I don't know how they decided that.
Yeah. Well, he can't, and then like they'll look at her and she's fucking like, all right, and does like an awkward fucking like spider climb on top of the car, which then like a fucking pastor's car comes by with like a bunch of kids and shit. And it's just like different expressions on the face, like wife's horrified, pastor's interested, kids are kind of confused but also interested.
You get a
And
cut
one-
of it on a website after that. One of my favorite lines of the movie too is she's like, I just beaved a family of 4. Only time I've ever heard the verb beaved.
Yep. And then the cars go in, and then he's like, all right, let's all go together, kids. And they're like, yeah, we're not taking you. And it's
Right.
like, mark my words, if I ever see you again, I'm gonna stake you out in the sun, cut you open, let the dogs get you. And they're just like, drive, and the car like goes for 30 feet and dies again.
He goes, here's that pee you ordered, and just drenches the car in piss. And Lance goes, oh, it smells like Halloween. Oh, also, slightly important detail when they're peeing in the radiator, Ian has to sing a little song to himself because he can't pee in public. That's super important, but it does come up. So they're walking because the car's still dead. I love I've seen this happening in real life. Ian has a mark from the radiator cap when it busted out, and it says hot. Find the tree of shoes. Super sappy 2000s bullshit.
Oh,
it almost
God.
made me vomit how so dead accurate it was that was some shit in the 2000s that high school kids would have been like, no, this means something. Just a tree filled with shoes. And
I mean, it either means a bunch of people bang there or it's like a drug thing. I think that's like the two things that like a bunch of shoes and a tree.
or everybody fucks there. That the other thing.
Yep.
But then we get to best part of the fucking movie, most important character of the whole thing. They're looking at this tree of shoes and having their little moment, and Lance is out by the car, and then a horse and buggy pulls up, which happens a lot in the Midwest.
Yes.
It's an Amish man played by Seth Green. And he's like, you need some help? And he goes, well, yeah, but no offense. He's like, oh, because I'm Amish, so I wouldn't know anything about your 69 GTO Judge, 455 big block, Ram Air, 411 Posse, something like that. He's like, weird. That thing must have fallen straight from space. Good luck with your future ride, spaceman.
He's like, wait. Yeah, and then we cut back to the fucking tree, and this is the part that pisses me off. She's like, I'm gonna throw my shoes up in the tree in the middle of the fucking Illinois wilderness. Like, well, first of all, like, Lance, I don't think has a dick left anymore because he ran dick first through a cornfield. Like, that should just be like shredded deli meat at this point. Like, I know what those fucking corn stalks are like.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, slice the fuck up.
But dude, even like Ian's like, you shouldn't work. We gotta walk, girl. Like, it's really dumb. You're gonna get a glass in your foot. She's like, it's fine. Like,
and then the whole cliche, like, you never do anything crazy, Ian, because he wants to keep his shoes. Fuck you.
And I do love like the rest of the movie. She's like, ow.
Yes,
Ow.
beautiful retribution. Yeah. You see Lance riding with Ezekiel now and telling them about their trip. He's like, so we met this girl on the internet? And he's like, the internet?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's like a series of connected computers. He's like, computer? Computer is like a big calculator. He's like, I'm just busting your balls. I know what a computer is. He's like, you ever hear of Rumspringer? Again, huge thing in the Midwest. We party with those Amish people while they're on Rumspringer and they could fucking drink.
Oh, yeah. No, it's because that is, for those of you who don't know, Rumspringa is basically the Amish acknowledging that they can't keep a total control on their kids. So it's like, okay, go 2 years, go do what the fuck you want, then come back and be
go
Amish.
nuts, and we'll never talk about it again. But if you don't come back, you're excommunicado. But yeah, he's like, I like when he says, you ever hear Rumspringer? He's like, yeah, that ska band from Delaware. And he's like, what do you miss most from the world? He's like, I miss sarcasm. It's mostly outlawed amongst my people. He's like, gambling. I went to Vegas. Oh,
Yeah.
and butt fucking.
Yeah. It's like some good memories there.
Ian and Felicia come back, and this old busted up truck comes by, and they wave it down, and the hitchhiker pops out. It was like, "Have a nice walk, shitbirds," and takes off. And so this part killed me because Lance and Ezekiel pull up in the horse and buggy, and he goes, "What up, English?" I'm like, "Fuck you." That is the
Yep.
most. So many knew some Amish people in the Midwest because that made me so angry.
Yep.
Everyone's English if you're not Amish to that.
Yep.
Made me so bad.
Yeah, and, they tow the car back to their fucking like a little Amish fucking community and proceed to be the chillest guys ever. Like, yeah, you blew a head gasket, but we can fix it, and I don't mean to underplay how amazing that is that I can fix that.
He's like, that would be cool. He's like, yeah, that would be cool. I might be the coolest guy you know. just razzing him constantly in this movie.
It's like, he's like, I don't really have any money. It's like, oh no, man, like, that's what I live for. It's like the reward is like doing shit for other people, right? I just love
He
fixing other
says,
people's
thank you.
problems.
He's like, yeah, you're welcome. That's what you say when people do nice shit for you. He's like, little shindig shaping up next door if you guys want to go hang out there while we do all this for you.
For free.
And then Felicia starts talking shit like, what kind of fucking shindig is this gonna be? And like, what podunk bullshit? And then a tour bus pulls up, and Fall Out Boy gets out. For those of you though that don't know, that would be like Justin Bieber showing up right now.
Oh god, I don't even think Justin.
I don't even know if Justin
anymore.
Bieber's relevant anymore.
No, man, I've seen some sad shit about Justin Bieber, like
True.
begging for fucking views online and shit.
I don't
Like,
fucking know. Harry Styles, that seems relevant.
Mr. Beast for the kids. I don't fucking know, man. Just it's all different now.
Yeah, everyone loses their shit.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't. Yeah, you might be right.
I'm at the point like I don't recognize anything on the Coachella list anymore. Completely fucking done.
Same.
Like,
Yeah. If I ever go to Coachella, it's just gonna be for the drugs. Like,
Yep.
we cut to the concert, and Felicia is wearing a black and gray hoodie that every single person had in 2008.
Oh, like it like signaled something in my reptile brain.
Yep.
It's like I know that. I was everywhere. Holy shit.
I could find so many MySpace profile pictures with that exact hoodie pulled up.
I didn't even have that much game, and I guarantee you I made out with a girl that had that fucking sweater on at some point in fucking 2008.
You see some Amish tits while Fall Out Boy is playing.
Yeah, they're just fucking raving. Apparently it's Rumspringa for fucking like everybody. They're just getting fucking tore up.
And then Lance falls in love with an Amish girl at first sight.
Yeah.
And Felicia's like, don't bother, your game's not going to work on her. And he's like, all right, fuck it, let's just you and me dance. And she even like tries to blow him off at first, like, I'm not your consolation. He's like, don't be hating. And then she's in.
Yeah, melts immediately. And it's just like as they're dancing together.
Ian goes to check on the car and has a total fucking meltdown because the car is pulled apart, which is something you have to do when you're completely fucking rebuilding an engine.
Yep.
And loses his mind. Everybody laughs at him and comes back and sees them dancing and just total bitch boy about it. Cries about it, goes outside, pouts. And Lance, while he goes, oh, it's totally working. She's watching, and like literally throws her off of him and goes to talk to her. So she goes outside to bitch with him about Lance, and he's like not having it.
Yeah,
and they're
like a fucking girl just like eat shit. Like an Amish girl's like the stunt actor was so good. How they fucking took that fall.
So I want to know if this was regional or if this happened everywhere. But you know how every time they're like walking her and she keeps going. Every time they say Rumspringa, everyone's like Rumspringa. Like everyone's screaming. We would do that everywhere and people would respond. Like we'd have huge college parties walking through the apartment complex and go, Rumspringa, and people would yell it.
Yep, nah, that is a regional thing as fuck. I've never heard Rumspringa sung out once in my life. I don't think the Amish make it this far.
Well, for you Midwestern people out there, tell me if that was super specific to where I was. But I love it. They're like walking her. And he's like, what's wrong with you? And the girl's like, yeah, what's your problem, bish? She's like,
it's fucking fine, you fucking asshole.
That's great. Rex then has a nightmare about Ian driving the car and dripping food all over it, and wakes up and looks at his key case and realizes the key's gone and flips the holy fuck out. Next morning, Ian wakes up being spooned by Lance and says he's just going to call Rex because the car's fucked. He still thinks they don't know what they're doing. He's like, what about Grandma? He's like, dude, you've been putting off visiting Grandma for a really long time. I can't stress enough how much visiting Grandma is going to feel really awesome.
Yeah. It's like, I visit Grandma 2 to 3 times a week. It's very pleasurable.
Yeah. And somehow Felicia's not picking up on it. He trips over himself to go talk to Mary.
Shoots him down, which I think it's apparently the first time ever this man has been rejected by a lady, seems like.
Which is so hard to believe looking at him. Like,
I mean, like, swag will get you so far, but I mean, it's just, yeah. But yeah, she's like, oh, no, my rum spring is over. Like, we won't be together. Goodbye. And he's just like, like so wounded by it, while treating women like fucking like tissue paper, like the entire fucking movie.
And then while they're all pouting, they hear an engine roar, and the judge pulls out in pristine condition. And, he's like, yeah, we don't have any money. He's like, oh, any opportunity to help a neighbor. He's like, if you felt the need to reciprocate in any way, we got lots of chores that need done around. He was like,
yeah.
Oh, we're like on a schedule though. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, but we'll totally come on our way back. He's like, we'll hold our breath, guys. 1, 2, 3.
And I'm not gonna lie, man. I would have come back. Like I would have fucking put in some goddamn work. Like,
and they do. I think at the very end, all of them come.
Yeah. But no, like hook me up to the fucking plow. Like I'll fucking, if you fix my fucking car for free, dude, I'll fucking do some horrible things.
Fixing that car had to be like $5,000 worth of shit. Yeah, crazy. They get back on the road. I love this scene. Rex is on a warpath. He's just ridden all the way home on his dirt bike. He ghost rides it in the street, so it's still spinning.
Yeah, just steps off of it, like doesn't even look back at it, runs forward to the garage and like just rips it open with strength alone, and like stops like right before he's gonna look, like it's gonna be there. It's fine. It's gonna be there. It's fine. Fuck! And just like slams it down and destroys this fucking. And this in my head, I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna be so expensive to fix that fucking garage. God damn it!
He's beating the hell out of the door. There's also a part where he tries to jump kick it while it's still up, and just whiffs completely. I know that hurt. But he beats it, completely rips it off the track, and then the neighbors stand there and is like, "Hey, you want to get your fucking bike out of the street?" And then
he just like sprints at him, and I'm just like, I think that guy's dead. We don't see him again.
Fucking great, dude. Who knew Cyclops had comedy chops? It was hilarious. Oh God, I love. Yeah, like I said, each scene is just banger after banger of a joke. Ian goes to a public bathroom, and a dude pats his back when he comes in, and he's like, "All occupado, eh, sport?" And they stand there while two dudes come out simultaneously, and they go in, and he's checking his phone, and then a dick just comes through the other side of the wall in the toilet paper.
And then he goes to reach for the toilet paper, like, oh, nope, sorry.
Fucking scoots under the fucking stall and runs away.
And he comes out disappointed. Then like another guy comes in. He's like, no.
Lace is like, was that you screaming in there? He's like, I don't want to talk about it ever. And then they're at a state fair, Midwest staple, and Lance is bitching about Mary. Where am I ever gonna find a girl like her? And he basically looks at me. He's like, Felicia's not into you, right? And he's like, well, yeah, but she's into you. He's like, I would never do that to you because I love you, and I just need you to know it's never going to happen for you either.
Yeah, which like fucking homie speaking. I mean, not truth. Like things happen later, but like fucking like the homie dude. Like
I just love that it's not even a thought. Is that he's like, I would never do that because I love you, but also you're not going to.
Yeah, so just give it up. And he's just like, I don't know, man. Maybe we had like
we had a moment and everything. He's like, no, you didn't. We see Brian Posehn, big, huge guy, pops up in a bunch of comedy movies, calls him Bilbo F word. And some carny games. Rex has destroyed the entire garage. Ian climbs a ladder and wins a lollipop and gives it to Felicia. And then This part felt gross to me. I don't know how
Yeah.
old this girl was.
She felt young. Like,
Too young, yeah.
yeah.
It was awkward. They're all watching her crawl up this ladder with a mini skirt on, and she comes over, hits on Ian, basically, and then he gives her the lollipop, and Felicia gets all
But
pissy about
I
it.
do know that this is a Mormon strategy. So, I mean, we're a
Oh,
little far from
absolutely.
Utah, but
Yes.
yeah. The
Yeah,
religious
no,
honey
so it
pot
would
is
have
a
been like
fucking thing.
Pentecostal here is what
Yeah.
they're doing. So she's like, we're going to do our dance thing in a tent later on. You should come. And he's like, I'll be there. Like,
Yep.
Felicia tries to be like, no, we won't. Lance like, fuck you, we're going.
Yep.
And yeah, they do this very sexual dance, and then they ask for
Yeah.
male volunteers.
Yeah, and yet again, Felicia's like, no, don't go up there. And Lance's like, Felicia, you got to stop blocking him. She's like, I don't do that. She's like, yeah. He just calls her the fuck out. Just like, Lance, fucking the homie today, dude. Jesus
For
Christ.
real, yeah. For all his flaws, he's a great friend. Yeah, the girl that brought him there takes him up on stage, and the screen behind him changes to say "Abstinence Extreme."
Well, it's because it's like the axe dancers is like what
Yeah.
you've been seeing this whole time. Then like it does that. Then like their friend's like, oh my god, and then like he turns around, and the second he turns around,
Yeah.
like wipes, and it's gone. It's like.
And they're like, we have a young woman here who'd like to share her story with these young men. And this pregnant girl comes out and basically starts talking about being pressured into sex, but it starts fading out. The sound fades out because Ian's looking off stage at all these girls backstage, just tits out. All tits right off stage.
Changing their costumes and shit. It's all like the dancers from before, including the girl that he wanted to get with. And just as any young teenage boy would with that kind of stimuli, just full mast immediately.
Yeah.
And they're like, does this woman's story of horror and tragedy arouse you?
They're like, it's time for you to take a pledge right now. His friends are laughing their asses off.
Just literally falling on the floor and dying.
Cuts to out of the tent. And they're like, I can't believe you took a pledge with a heart on.
Yeah, it's like it's gone viral already. Like, so fucking
And then the girl runs up and hugs him, and he fucking flips out on her, and she throws. She's like, you can keep your. She's like, I would have blown you, you know. And he's like, oh god damn it! And she throws the giant lollipop and knocks Felicia's tooth out. And then, so naturally we go straight to a dentist because we would not have done that, by the way, if it was me.
He's like, all right, here's like 2 more shots and fucking just man up and we're going.
Yeah, we'll go to a dentist when we get home. We are not.
Yeah, they even say it's like, you really want to go to like a dentist in Kentucky,
right? Her feet are getting super fucking nasty and hurt, and he's giving her shit for it. And
the dentist comes in. It's like, so did you beat around a little bit? I'm kidding, but like, did he though? No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then when he gets it to leave, he's like, keep your hands to yourself, OJ. And she like holds his hand and was like, I don't want to ruin our friendship. I don't know what I'd do if I ever lost you. And I'm like, fuck you completely.
Yeah. I will say that was like the exact thing that was told to me before I fucking banged my fucking childhood best friend. So yeah.
And he thinks they had a moment. He's all happy and goes and buys her flip flops. And when he comes back, she's angry and hands him his phone. And she is like, he's like, your grandma texted something about her hot pussy. So I don't know if that's the cancer talking, but let's go. And Lance is like, all right, good deal. Going to Knoxville. Because he's trying to tell Lance he doesn't want to go anymore because they had a moment. And he's like, no, you fucking didn't.
Yeah, and even then he starts like driving home and they both start fucking digging into him for it. It's like Lance is like, it's like, dude, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, don't stop because of me. Fucking like, let's go.
He's like, yeah, seriously, don't stop because of her.
He's like, no, I want to see this woman. Like, I bet as a dude.
Yeah, and she's like all nubbed up, and she was like, well, so just turn on, do what you're gonna do, tick and tit. And Lance goes, fucking A, tick and tit. They see the Fast and Furious car again, and Ian's falling the fuck apart now and just says fuck it, races them, and he goes, hold on your pantyhose. He's like, we gotta work on your banner, but otherwise this is awesome. And they win the race, and they run over something.
Possum, which I'm sorry, dude. I feel bad for the possum. I'm not stopping.
Nobody in Illinois is. We would have killed it more.
Yeah, I'll reverse and fucking put it out of its misery, but I'm not stopping for a possum.
Yeah, you get a straight up the scene from Me, Myself, and Irene.
Myself and Irene, yeah, from the tire iron instead of a gun. It's the same thing, except that he like flips out at the end of it and throws the tire iron, and then it's just like whoop whoop, and like a cop car pulls through the tire iron through the fucking windshield.
I also like Lance is the first one to do it. He gets the crowbar. He's like, all right, back up. This is probably gonna stink like shit. And then they go to jail, but this is the most unrealistic part of the movie. Tennessee wouldn't give a fuck that you killed a possum on the side of the road.
No.
And he's like, she tells Ian, we gotta be tough or people are gonna fuck with us. A guy walks up, he's like, hey, how about you sit the fuck back down? He's like, be cool, man, we're cool. And then Ian tries the same thing and gets knocked the fuck out.
Immediately. But like a businessman.
Yeah. Felicia's bitching to the old women in her jail cell about their boy problems, and the whole thing just leads up to the grandma being like, come in for a hug, honey, and the camera slow pans out to her taking a shit. And
yeah, basically she just confirms all Felicia's fears. Like, oh yeah, if you like date your childhood friend, it'll fall apart and you'll lose him forever.
Yeah. Ian pees in public. Lance tells him he's proud of him. He's like, and that guy's looking right at your dick. And it's the dude for the glory hole.
Yeah, he's like, attaboy.
Their bail gets posted, and he's like, oh, fuck, it's Rex. And it's the Amish girl who came to save them. And I like, as they're about to leave, Lance is getting his stuff. He's like, they're like, it's going to be a few minutes. He's like, all right, I've had to put up a lot in here. I was raped last night. Nah, I'm just kidding. But a guy was raped.
And they're making out in the back, and they finally head to the fucking motel. And Felicia's in his room with him for some reason while he's getting dressed, and she like fucking well, first she finds the flip-flops and it's like, oh, he's thinking of me, and goes again. It's like, don't do this. Like, and yeah, he's like, dude, I'm not going home a virgin. Everyone I know isn't, you aren't. Like, she's like,
well, he even says, like, give me a reason. He's just like, don't do it. He's like, why? Tell me why. Tell me something. She's like, I just don't. He's like, fuck you.
Yeah, she's like, do it with me. And he's like, I don't want pity sex. She's like, it's not pity sex. She's like, okay, tell me something better. And she's just like, just walks out and she's like, all right, fuck you.
Go to hell, bitch. So he's sitting down trying to psych himself up now, and the door, there's a knock at the door, and he thinks it's her, opens it, and it's Rex, and in the background, the dirt bike is just spinning. He starts beating the shit out of him.
And like he'd like thrown him all around this fucking room, and the only thing that like stops him was like, wait, I'm gonna have a gay thoughts. Like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the motel room's like fireman theme. And he's got like a cutout of a fire, but he's like, I've been having thoughts. He's like, oh no, Ian.
Like suddenly the most concerned older brother on the fucking planet. Like,
it's like, no way my little brother's taking it in the chili ring.
Yeah. It's like, all right, you take the judge. You have 1 hour.
He goes, Ian, not in the butt. Oh, we gotta fucking run through this. He shows up at the big boy. Girl shows up, tells him his car is really pretty, and she looks just as hot as she did on the profile picture.
And is not thrown at all by the fact that he doesn't look like his picture or fucking, like, yeah. And yeah, they go out to the middle of nowhere to bang, and he starts what I can only describe as decatfishing himself, which is a move I've never seen before.
Right?
So I didn't do this. I'm not on the football team. This isn't really my car. She's like, baby, that's fine. All my shit's not real anyways. Take your clothes off. He's like, I really think we should. It's like, no, take your clothes off. Then like, no. Then it's just like, take your clothes off, and a gun is just like at the back of his head.
She's like, take your fucking clothes off, asshole. Like, loses the sexy accent. And you see Felicia's been in the backseat watching this the whole time, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, even before she knows there's a problem here. Like, but she like swoons when he says, I'm into someone else, blah, 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 blah. They steal his fucking car. And Felicia pops out the back seat and he sees her. Yeah, and his clothes. They leave the donut though. And
cut back to the hotel room with Lance and the Amish girl, and he's conflicted about having sex with her, and they're just playing go fish.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just have sex and then just start going at it. And
and you see, she says, as they take off, the car thief lady does, like, I have another one lined up. Go back to the big boy. And then you see the Fast and Furious car again. And the windows roll down, and it's the sup guys.
It's fucking Andy and Randy again. And they're like, sup. You see your boobs? You want to see your dicks? You want to have sex? She's like, yeah, I'm down to bang with both of you. And they're like,
And he fucking cinches his hoodie, and the other one just rolls the window up. It's hilarious. They cut to Mary fucking Lance, and it's scary.
Yeah.
She looks like a demon and is slapping the shit out of him.
Like, more of that.
And then so that happens where they roll up the window and everything, and then a giant truck comes out of nowhere and crashes into the judge, and it's the dude from the trailer park, and everything just converges into this one moment. Rex sees out the window his car get hit, and it's like muted from the window, and he's just like.
Yeah, he runs out and gets fucking. Then the guy like first the mugger's like, okay, well you fucked up my car, I'm taking your truck. Then Rex comes out and gets fucking pistol whipped. And then out of fucking from the top rope out of left field, fucking Senior Donut comes fucking flying in and tackles the fucking gunman.
Lance comes out in a pink robe too, and he's like, "Find your computer maps, douchebag." And then he fucking goes out of nowhere in the donut suit, and the gun shoots at the Fast and Furious car, and you hear the kids go, "People are in the vehicle."
And there's like this like moment where like he can't pick up the gun because of the glove. The guy is like crawling forward. He finally gets it, and
somebody's like, "Back the fuck up," and he's like, "I think the donut means business, guys."
And he's like still working them out. It's like, "Back the fuck up."
He's like, "Ian, you're still working them out." He's like, "I don't give a shit." He's like, "All right, you're doing so good. I'm proud of you. I don't say that enough."
He's like, "All right, what do you want?" He's like, my girlfriend's like, "All right, you can punch Lance once." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, you fucked his girlfriend." And he just goes over and just socks him once. Like, "Oh, yeah, powerful. You got a cannon there, man." Jesus.
Yeah, he like wipes the blood off his lip. They're cool immediately.
He's like, "I think my kids are going to be like special needs now." Not the word he uses, but you know.
The thief is like, "You're not going to kill nobody," and he shoots in the air. He's like, "Anybody can shoot in the air." And he shoots him in the fucking knee. And he's like,
it's like, "You don't get the plums." And he's like, "You don't got the plums to shoot me in the leg," and shoots him in the leg. It's like, anyone can shoot someone in the leg, but it takes real plums. He just like kicks him in the leg and pistol whips him. He's on the ground. It's like, "Do you want to be a smear, asshole?" Like,
and then his brother's like, "Holy shit, Ian, right on." And then the best part of this whole thing, cops pull up naturally, and like, "Put your hands on your head." And he puts one up, and he's like, "Both of them." He's like, "I can't move the other arm." And he's like, "Who said that?" He says he goes up, tries to tase it, and it doesn't work.
He's like, "A phone." And he's like, "Oh god, the big mess is not going down."
So take the shot, and catches one fucking shotgun blast. He's like, "Whoa!" It's fucking awesome.
Oh god, yeah. And then I think also like Miss Tasty tries to run at one point, and fucking Felicia grabs her, and they're just like, "Cat fight," and everyone just stops and watches.
I also love that the cat fight starts with a zoom up on the blonde girl's ass that is completely non-existent. I'm like, I don't miss beauty standards of the 2000s.
Nah, give me Rhonda, man. Fuck, we'll get to it. Rhonda all day, every day.
They're all doing police reports. Felicia heard her yell at her boyfriend with the address of the chop shop, so she's like, "It's at 5th and Crescent."
Pans past the fucking like the thief. He's like, "That boy did have the plums." He
Yeah.
did.
The kids are like, "We were banging that chick in our car." And they're like, "You said that." And then we get the moment nobody gave a shit about, where Ian and Felicia have their moment, and he's like, "Why can't you just say it?" He's like, "I asked first." He's like, "Fine, you love me." She's like, "You love me too then." I'm like, "Okay." They kiss, and Rex just walks by in the back and goes, "Thank God."
And then we get a little montage going on at the end here. We see that
First they go back to Amish land to get the GTO fixed again.
Get fixed again. Yeah, they came back to help, and yet again, so like all in about like 4,200, like nice round numbers. Like, what? I don't know. It's like, I'm just fucking with you.
You see Lance making out with Mary. Ian's driving the car, and Rex is on his dirt bike and says, "Straight home, pussy," and then does a wheelie and crashes immediately. And Lance says, "Go without me. I think I'm going to kick it Amish. Fresh hard work, missionary. This is a man's life." And they hug goodbye. And he says, "I'm proud of you, Ian. You held out for a good one, the one you wanted, and made it happen." He's like, "But please take that girl to visit Grandma." And it looks like they're about to bang. He's like, "You sure you're ready?" And he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Then take him off." And fucking throws his shoes at the goddamn stupid fucking tree.
And then we start getting, this is where the montage starts going up. We cut to the wedding, and they're making out, just like, "Oh, we went as friends," and then, like, the cousin immediately wants a divorce from the
Yes.
beginning, which is funny. Then it's like, and then, yeah, that Thanksgiving, Rex had a big announcement, and he's like,
He's
"Everyone,
crying.
I've been such an asshole. I'm gay."
And his dad flips the fucking table.
Then it goes, it's like, but Dad got used to it around Christmas. It's just like chilling.
Cuts to them at Christmas, and he's got a boyfriend with him. And he's like, he's a pretty great guy these days, and only says the F word during rough sex. And they get a juicer for Christmas. He's like, now I just need some fruit. Well,
yeah, then it's like, and then me and Felicia visited Grandma on New Year's. And it's just like,
you get
then
Rex
fucking
throwing
Rex-
firecrackers at him.
Yeah, then it's just the classic The End, which I know is a cinema sin. Don't do that in movies, but
Right. I didn't mind it. But then they also show Lance has wedding pics posted online. I paused and read one of the comments says, "Isn't he the guy who porked the new gym teacher last year? Did she get fired for that? I think she's still here, and he did it again in the teacher's lounge when he came back to give a speech about all that Amish stuff." There's a whole bunch of comments that were fucking hilarious. If you get a chance, pause and watch them. But then we get a after credit scene of Fall Out Boy thanking Ezekiel for fixing the bus, and he does the whole gives him shit and everything. But then my favorite part is at the end of it, he's like praying with them. He's like, "Help them aspire to the heights of John Bon Jovi," and then he goes, "Loved your penis on the internet, by the way," to Pete Wentz, and he's like, "Fuck you." Which, if you weren't around, that was huge news.
Yes.
We didn't have the fappening and shit back then yet.
No,
that
we
was
said Pete Wentz.
major.
And Lindsay Lohan's upskirt. Those are the two things.
And Haley Williams, yes.
Yes.
And then, after the credits, we get the In Memoriam Old Man Nuts. It is fucking hilarious movie. But once upon a time, 8 years before Road Trip, Tom Green is giving a college tour at Ithaca.
Yes,
I don't know anything about Ithaca. I don't know if it's a shitty university, but they say that a lot.
Yeah, they really, really, really fucking play that up. And do we need to explain Tom Green to people? Because I don't know if he's.
I don't know that I
the
can,
counterculture.
and it makes sense.
Yeah. Imagine just like the troll infinite internet meme culture of 2003, but without any kind of focus or direction or anything you would recognize, and that's kind of what he is.
He was an enigma. He was in all kinds of shit and nothing, and at one point had a talk show where he did all. It was kind of like Eric Andre before Eric Andre.
It's like when you see the fucked up proto animal that becomes a horse. That's what this was to Eric Andre. It's like, oh yeah, I can see some horse in that, but it's also a fucking horror beyond my nightmares. But
and now you would never know. Tom Green appears on podcasts sometimes now, and he is pissed when you expect him to be crazy Tom Green. He's like, I'm philosophical now and stuff. I'm like, fuck you, Tom Green.
We all saw
you eating horse cock on live TV.
We all saw Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Right.
Fuck off.
We saw you get your nut removed on TV when you had nut cancer.
Yep.
But he's giving a college tour, has all the years wrong on all the events around the school, says the school sucks. And, the people say this school sucks and laugh at him. And he was like, no, this school is the setting of the greatest story ever told. Get a montage of two kids growing up together. And he says, Josh and Tiffany always did everything together. Everything as a team. Tiffany had her tonsils out. He stayed in the hospital with her for 3 days. Blossom into French kissing and heavy petting. Even their dogs started dating.
And, then they get to the part where it's then the hardest thing for any love story, the long distance relationship.
Yep.
And we see that the girl he's with is Rory from fucking Gilmore Girls.
Mm-hmm.
And he immediately it's not couched as a nightmare, but it's very obvious where he's just having a horrible nightmare that she's just immediately gonna have sex with any random guy she meets on the street and just in public. And
she talks to this dude and says, I've never came that hard before. Let's do it again right here. So obviously a nightmare. But he wakes up and tries to call her and gets the answering machine and then goes back to making a video of himself that he's planning on mailing her. Welcome to 2000, everybody.
And it is if the ick could be composed into one video, it's if she wasn't gonna leave him when she saw that video, he's in full spamming her with calls, emailing her, she's not responding, and kids, if that happens, you send 2 and you wait, and if it doesn't
Yes.
fucking happen after that, you're done. Like, it's fine. But
Yeah,
like,
even in the
don't.
2000s, this wasn't cool.
Yeah, and like it's just like he's just like this whole video's like, I haven't seen you in a while, and I miss you, and you're so perfect, and I love you.
So
And
gross.
yeah, and he's just like looking at the camera like in that fucking like pathetic ass way, and yeah, it's just it's painful, and his friend should have stopped him.
They kind of do. They walk in
Yeah.
behind him while he's making the tape, and he stops. And Barry, Tom Green, asks
Yes.
if he can drop a mouse in for his snake. And he says he only eats once a week. He's like, maybe we can cut one in half. And
Yeah.
you should know, Tom Green never says anything with the intention of being funny. And it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's hyper fixated on feeding this
Yeah.
snake. Like it's his entire mission for the entire movie. Yeah, we meet Ruben, which is Tom Green. Or sorry, Barry, which is Tom Green, his other friend Ruben. We
He says he does ask Ruben to mail his tape and then leaves to class. Yeah.
yes, yeah. And then yeah, we as he's kind of crossing the quad, a girl kind of calls out to him and like calls him over. So Beth, it's like, so yeah, it's like a party tonight. Like, want to go together? And she's like very obviously super into him. And like
Right.
as she walks away,
She
she's
literally
like,
fucking.
yeah.
That's
Like,
also it's played by Amy Start, who is the hot girl from Butterfly Effect. If you don't know, yeah, ask if he's going to ELs tonight. Yeah,
Yes. And then yeah, then after she walks away, her creepy stalker TA shows up, who just should have.
You know who that is, by the way?
No, who is that?
That's the creepy stalker senior from Dazed and Confused.
Oh,
That's the dorky one that like actually makes out with the freshman girl, all
Yeah,
grown
yeah,
up
you're
and
right,
doing
yeah.
the same shit.
same thing. Yeah. I guess he had a type and he just kept at it. And yeah, he just immediately comes over and starts like trying to hit on her, and she's super fucking not into it.
Yeah, like aggressively gives him shit for talking to a guy.
Yep.
And she's like, "We're never gonna be a couple. Fuck off." And he walks away all pissed off. And in the class, this is where I figure out he's a TA. He asks if anyone has anything to add, and Jacob, the dorky guy, stands up, lectures everybody. And at first I thought he was just like a super student. I'm like, fuck you. But then you find out at the party. But then he catches Josh, the main character, in the hallway. He tells him Beth is spoken for, and she will come back to him. And then Professor comes out and says he needs a B just to pass the class.
Yeah, he's like B+. Actually, we can't bend
Right.
the rules.
Yeah.
He's being a super fucking dick about it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, walks that building and hi Stifler.
Yep.
He's
EL is his name.
not calling him EL, he's just Stifler. That's
Yeah.
just,
Yep.
he did.
We for here on out, EL is Stifler. I'm not fucking doing that. But he's telling him like if I don't pass the test, I'll lose my financial aid and come back. Can't come back to school. And he's like, well, this sounds like you're fucked. Come to my party and fuck this girl.
Yeah, good friend.
He's like, your dick will never forgive you. And then while he's on the phone trying to call his girlfriend for the 100th time, he gets down on his knees and does like the voice of his dick. It's like, I wish I was your dick, Stifler, because this is torture. I'm going to pack up my balls and leave. Yeah, but then the roommate answers when he tries to call him, berates the shit out of him. It's like, if she
like,
wanted
"Stop."
to talk to you, she'd call you. And I'm like,
stop
bingo.
calling. Yeah, and like he's been calling every hour or something, so it's just he's like full on fucking like spiraling at this point. It's not
Right.
good.
And then we go straight to a party, just like the other one. We go
Yep.
exposition party.
Yeah,
Very
and
tried and true.
I will say,
formula.
yeah, I guess 2000s party, but for all intents and purposes, 90s party, and not a single cell phone or camera in sight.
Beautiful. And we're in college, which makes all of this a little better, in my opinion.
Yeah, everyone's adults here, and fucking
Right.
yeah.
Stifler asked him if he brought cash because they have chicks for sale. And then we keep cutting back up to another room where Barry is with two girls. And keep in
Yeah.
mind, he's the one telling this story, I think is the only reason this is happening.
Yes.
When he's got
like,
mad
"College
game
is
with these
time
girls.
for experimentation. Yes, I'm gonna you kiss me. Now you kiss me. I want you to kiss each other. And just like cuts away from that.
It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, you see, Stifler's auctioning girls. They're not. He even says at the beginning, like, you're buying their company. It is not sex, and everybody's like, boo.
He's like, I know, I tried.
You see Beth as one of them, and then she sees Jacob, the creep, come up and runs to go find Josh and asks him to come outbid the creepy guy,
Mhm.
Jacob. And We cut back to Barry again a couple more times, and then Beth is up for bid, and they have a bidding war, and then
Yeah.
Stifler just starts ignoring Jacob's bids, and he's losing
Yeah.
his shit. He's like, "I'm not right here," and I love
Yeah.
it. He cuts to him. He was like, "You ignore my bids. That's not cool." And he was like, "Yeah, this is for students, and you're a TA. Goodbye, Jacob," and slams the
Yeah.
door in his face. Like, good on you. And we come back to Barry one more time, and I think they actually cracked in this scene because he's
Yep.
trying to make light of a really uncomfortable scene. We go back to Barry, and everyone's topless, and he's rubbing one of each of the girls' nipples while they both rub his nipples, and he goes,
Yeah.
"We're having a good time." And then they both start laughing.
Oh, yeah. Then he goes back with Beth to his apartment and or his dorm, I guess, and things are looking good. And she finds like a letter, like, with all my love from Tiffany. He's like, "Who's Tiffany?" He's like, "Ah, girl, but fucking blew me off, and like, friends forever." And she's like, "Oh,
Total
fine."
douche. He is giving
Yeah.
up immediately.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like I think like 3 days they haven't talked or something like that. Like it's like
Right.
it's some infinitesimally small amount of time. Like,
Yeah, he's
uh,
just a douche. Like he's
yeah.
he's just a douchebag in college. Like it just should have never had a relationship. But yeah.
Yep.
Then she sees the
And
camcorder.
And she's like, "Oh, I always wanted to try this," and fucking like turns it on. He's like, "I don't know if that's a good idea." It's like, "I'm gonna interview you," and
Right.
starts like interviewing him. It's like, "What do you want in a woman?" She's like, "Oh, I'm smart, funny," and like she like takes off her shirt, like topless, attractive.
And then they bang and zooms in the camera that is recording, just to
Yep.
really let you know that that's happening. We get a Tom Green song here. The next scene is fucking.
Tiny salmon sitting in a stream.
He's like, "and a chimp, caw-caw."
And now, whoo.
He's like, "but the salmon say," and it's sad.
And like Stifler's like singing along at one point. Like this is a song he knows that happens frequently.
Josh comes in dancing. This is, "I had the best time of my life last night twice and once this morning." I'm like, "You're lying." And he's like, "You want to bet?" And looks at the camera, and they all start fucking climbing over themselves to
Yeah,
get
he's
it.
like, no. It's like he's like, "Dude, we're all gonna see it eventually anyways, so might as well fucking do it now." I'm like, really? Like, it's that much of a foregone conclusion that you're gonna fucking somehow weasel this guy's sex tape out of him? That's a little weird, but
Yeah.
okay.
But then Stifler goes, "Please, we need this." And he's like, "All right, fine." And he's like, "All right, close the shades. It's boner time."
Yeah. Which yet again, that there's a protocol for this. Is
Right.
concerning.
Well, if you ever watched porn with your friends when you were younger before the internet,
like, yeah, I mean, like that stopped when I was like 12.
sure,
man. Like,
yeah, definitely wasn't
then
going on.
Yeah, then you're like, "Oh, I can actually do something with this." And then it becomes a solo activity, no longer group.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely should not be a group activity once you're in your 20s, or you
No.
might have a thing. But he makes a promise not to tell anybody, hits play, and it's just his video to Tiffany. And he's like, "I thought I asked you to mail this, Ruben." He was like, "I did. It was the one on your desk." And he's like,
Yep.
"Oh, fuck."
Yeah, and starts like ripping his room apart and realizes that he sent the sex tape with him and Becca.
And Stifler's like, "Please tell me you mailed the Beth tape to Tiffany." And he
Yeah.
nods. He's like, "Yes."
And he's like, "Dude, this is the best thing that ever happened to you. Like Tiffany is like fucking ghosting you and like never gives you the
Right.
time of day, and like Beth is amazing." Like,
And then the phone just happens to ring while all this is happening, and it's Tiffany on the answering machine saying she hasn't been calling because her grandpa died, and she's been gone
Yeah.
for the last 3 days. So she gets back to school on Monday. It'll in 3 days to get there, or she'll be
Yeah.
back on Monday, and then they start immediately planning like 3 days to
Yeah.
get there. Austin's 1,800 miles from
even
here.
though she's like, "I love you," and he's like, "No."
And yeah, fucking Stifler is like, "Why don't we just fly?" He's like, "We don't have money for plane tickets." He's like, "All right, we're driving."
Yep. Which I do like. They like get that out of the way real quick because
Yeah.
if any of them had money, this would be not a problem. "Oh, we'll be there in like 8 hours and grab it, be back by fucking tomorrow."
Right. So they need a car. They go knock on Kyle's door, and this is where he made DJ Qualls, aka the new guy, is how I always
Yeah.
know him. And they're like, he's probably jacking off, and then he answers the door in his tidy whities and makes this little like smile at them, like this creepy little smile that he was definitely jacking
Yep.
off.
Yeah, and yeah, they basically just only using him for his car, and he even says that like, "You guys are only using me for my car," and he's like, "No, you're cool. We want to hang out with you. Come
Right.
with us." Like,
And then Ruben invites Barry. He's like, "You've never left this town, have you?" He's like, "No, I don't see the reason to."
He's like, "You realize that could like develop like a crippling phobia?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll get right on that."
He's like, "Can I please feed Mitch the snake while you're gone?" And he's like, "Yes, but not till tomorrow and only one." He was like, "I will do that. I will feed Mitch." And like climbs on top of the car as the typical Tom Green shit.
Then just like sprints off to the fucking room directly.
And we come back to present day. They're in a football stadium now. And then he goes, "It was a killer journey that changed them all forever. The end." And they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck? This story sucks."
Yeah, it's like, "Ken in there. What about the tape?" He's like, "All right." He's like, that's where his part in the story stops. That's why he's not there anymore. It doesn't matter.
It's like, well, right. Okay. So like I said, they're on a race against time. And then cut back to the story. They're driving. And they're asking Josh to describe it, and he's like, "No, but it was amazing." And they're like, "Well, no shit." And he's like, "Also, you shouldn't feel guilty. It's not cheating when you're in a different area code, let alone a different state. That's important for later." And then Ruben's like, "No, it's legit. I read an article about it. There's all these loopholes, like sleeping with two chicks isn't cheating because it cancels out, or if you're too wasted to remember."
It's all the douchebag excuses, you know.
The foundation of what became the bro code and How I Met Your Mother.
Yep.
And then you see Barry telling one of the mice, he's like, "You're marked for death."
Oh, yeah. Oh, you did miss one. DJ's. You're not cheating. It's not cheating if if you remember that one.
I don't remember that one.
If you put peanut butter in your testicles and your dog licks it, it's not cheating.
I must have missed that completely.
Yeah. DJ just pipes up with that from the fucking back seat.
Oh, I love DJ Claus. Yeah, he's getting all creepy with the mice, and he says, "One of you will experience nature's wrath tomorrow," and then holds it up in the air. It's like, "Oh."
Yeah, and walks into Tim Green, just full on Tim Greening.
Tom Green, but yeah,
Tom Green. Sorry, the O and the I are next to on the keyboard, and they fucking.
Yeah, she walks in. He's like, "If you're here for are you here for the feeding? It's not until tomorrow morning." Like he started inviting people to this now. She's like, she asked if he's seen Josh, and he fucks it up. It was like he went to visit his girlfriend, and he keeps fucking up Austin. And he's like, he went
Boston,
to Austin, Massachusetts. And she's like, "You mean Boston?" He's like, "Yeah, whatever," and goes back to what he was doing. And then we see Beth crying to her friends who are all topless, and it cuts back to him telling the story. And they're like, "Pete, girls don't just stand around naked."
Yeah,
He's
the
like,
girl's
"It's
like,
my
"Yeah,
story."
no, they don't." And then he like turns like the teenage boy's like, "So they were naked, totally naked." And he's like, "Yeah."
One of the dads has a camcorder out now while he's talking.
It cuts back to the shower scene again for just like a couple more lines of gratuitous nudity.
Yeah, just more tits. Yep. And then they're using Kyle's credit card at Target. He says, "Dad says it's only for emergencies." They say this is an emergency. And now they're driving on a dirt road. Ruben says this will save them 5 hours. So 8 years before, you had to use Google Maps. You had to use literal fucking maps. An atlas, you would call it. And highlight routes. And I loved that. I loved doing that. I felt cool.
And then sometimes, if you had a really old map, those roads just weren't fucking there anymore.
Exactly. I like that he says it's supposed to be a challenge, Kyle. If it was easy, it'd just be the way.
And they come up after like 5 hours of driving to a fucking like out bridge, and they're like, "All right, well, we're gonna kill 5 hours just fucking backtracking. Like we're screwed." And they're like, no, we can make it. In the confidence of that only 20-year-old men can bring together.
Yeah, the smart one, Ruben's like, starts doing all this math, and he's like, "If we go 50, we clear this easy. We'll go 60 just to be safe." And Kyle's like, "I don't think you heard me. I said no. We're not doing that with my dad's car." And then Stifler's like, "You could spit across this bridge." So he does. And then the other side of the bridge collapses.
Yeah. It's like, okay, 70, we're good.
I love that the outcome of this is unrealistic in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Because in the other movie, they jump the judge out of the cornfield and it takes absolutely no damage. In this one,
it's fine.
They buckle up. Kyle puts on a helmet and they gun it from super far away.
Yeah. We're like, we said 60, like, this car sucks.
And they smash the fuck out of the front end. They make the jump.
Yeah.
And then they all cheer, even though the bumper's off. And then all the wheels fall off and the airbags go off.
Yeah.
And Kyle's crying now. He's like, "My dad's going to kill me." He was like,
I said we'd make it. I didn't say the fucking front end would stay on. I said we'd get over here.
He was like, "We just need to find an auto shop." And then the car fucking explodes behind him. You see Beth is on a bus to Boston talking to some black lady about her problems.
Yeah, she's like, last time I trusted a man was 1985, and I lost my sister and my van.
She's like, so there's no hope? She's like, oh, there's hope, and pulls out a vibrator just out of nowhere.
Yeah, she's like, you can keep that. I'm like, I don't want that.
She considers it though. She like holds it. She's like, okay.
Unless it's like in a box, shrink wrapped and brand, I ain't touching that.
Massive difference between 2000 and 2020. Every girl already has one now.
Yes. Don't need the information. They were mail ordered for Amazon.
Now they're walking, and Ruben says something about how he can't die young because something tells me the earth is going to need me, and
Just
they go get a motel room.
Super egotistical shit. It's like, I'm so important, I can't die. Again, the immortality of youth. It's like, no, you could be hit by a meteor right now and you're done. That's it. Fucking nothing's guaranteed.
So the next morning at the motel, we get what I would make a direct comparison. I think this movie's Seth Green is Andy Dick.
And I will say that for Andy Dick, this is some pretty good dick. Yes. This is some straight, true dick. Like just
some honest to God dick.
Yeah.
But for real though, this is one of the few Andy Dick roles that was just funny acting, and it was hilarious. He's like doing Bob Ross painting when he walks in. He's like cross-eyed with glasses and long black hair.
By the way,
and he's got a scorpion bolo tie on. And Ruben just comes in and goes, "Do you have any marijuana I can buy?" He's like, "Am I a drug dealer? No, I am not. Thank you for asking, though. Is there anything else we can offer? Perhaps you'd like an prostitute to your room. We can do that. Or maybe we can off someone for you. How does that sound?" He's like, "I've got it. Why don't we just start small? How about a fresh towel? You can roll that up and smoke it." And he goes, "By the way, Cheech, the credit card you gave me was maxed out, so don't go spending all your cash on needles and guns just yet."
Yeah, and
it was killing.
No, it was a solid fucking like 2 minutes, and it was just fucking gold.
That's what you get for being 2000 and just asking the front desk guy for weed.
Yeah. And they pretty much say like, okay, go get like Josh some breakfast. We'll fucking figure this out. But it's like, dude, we can't even get a car now. Like, we don't have a credit card. Like, that's it. We're done. And fucking Stifler was like, I got this.
And then we also cut to meet DJ Qual's dad, who's played by Fred Ward and looks like a drill sergeant. And the waiter tells him his card over his limit, and he's like, "Fuck you! Don't give me any attitude. Go fix your credit card machine." And then they come back with the cops and tell we bad news. We found the car abandoned and blown to bits, and he's missing from the university.
Son's been kidnapped.
But yeah, then Stifler goes and does his idea. I love this scene, dude.
The woman's from something. I recognize her. And I don't.
She's in It's Always Sunny.
Oh, she's
the snail.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, now I remember.
That's all she'll ever be to me. She'll always be gross because of It's Always Sunny. Yeah, he comes in. It's a school for the blind. He walks up to.
Yeah.
You see all these buses. He says he was sent to check bus 11 and bullshits the fuck out of her. But then he like takes a piece of licorice down to her dog, and she's like, "Please don't feed the dog." And he pops up and starts like waving his hands in front of her face,
and then she's just like, so they can feel wind and hear the movement and shit. They're not. Still gives them the fucking bus though. After all that, so
right, yeah. Then we see the guys again breakfast, and Kyle, DJ Qualls, says he asks for no powdered sugar and complains. And the waiter is played by Horatio Sands from SNL.
He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, right away, sir, right away." And like takes it back, like licks all the sugar off, throws it down his pants, and like does a little shimmy as he brings the coffee back. He's like, "Toast me right out, sir," and then fucking like rips a fart, and then just like puts it back on the thing, takes it out to DJ, and he's like, like so happy about it.
Yeah, this is a memed scene. I couldn't remember where it was from until I watched this again. But the part where he takes a bite and goes, "It's good." That has been memed to death now. They come out and see Stifler has a bus, and he's like, "You don't even want to know how I got this." And they're like, "We don't." He's like, "I stole it from a blind chick." montaging. We're in Kentucky now. Fucking, there's too many J names, too many white people names. Josh calls for the professor, and Jacob answers, the dorky guy,
Yeah.
scary
And then
guy.
puts on a fake professor voice and like
Fairly racist impersonation,
yeah.
by the way.
and like makes it seem so that he's going to get an extension for the midterm, which he's not. And the teacher comes in and he tricks him and like, oh, I mean, yes, teacher, yeah. He like forgets the voice for a second. Then we cut to back to the car where it was left at the bridge, and it's an entire there's an entire like police like crime scene investigation unit there, and the dad's like holding the mom and saying, "I'm sure he's okay, honey. I'm sure he's okay." And like a cop comes over and is like, "Well, I mean, I think it's like someone got raped and murdered." And this girl's like, "What? What?"
He's like, "What the fuck makes you think that?" He was like, "I don't know."
just a feeling.
So that's Matt Walsh, and I've noticed now that Todd Phillips, whatever the fuck his name is, the director, puts this guy in all of his goddamn movies, and he's always hilarious. But yeah,
then like cuts back to another guy, and it's like, "Good news, we haven't found any semen yet."
it was fucking great. Beth shows up, dude. This part, all the women in these movies are assholes. She fucking shows up at Boston University, which wouldn't that just be Harvard, by the way?
Yeah. I mean, maybe there's a University of Boston the same way there's like CSUN and UCLA and USC and shit. They're all California universities. But
yeah. She says she's surprising her friend and asks where she lives. She says her name's Tiffany Henderson, and there just happens to be a Tiffany Henderson.
Yeah.
Here.
And they just gave her the information too. It's like, yeah,
right.
Go meet this person. Yeah. Here's
Super
where they live.
fucked. I mean, it is a girl, so I'd be a little less worried, but yeah, she walks up to this girl, like looking at sorority pictures in the sorority house, sees her, and then sees her, and then goes, "I'm fucking your boyfriend." Straight right out of the, just doesn't hesitate.
Then she just like starts eye twitching and just cuts to outside on her just like wailing on this fucking car.
She's like, "Whose car is that?" And they're like, "It's her boyfriend. She's been cheating on her." And then the boyfriend comes out and is like, "What the hell?" And she starts beating him with the bat.
And she just like Homer Simpsons backwards into the crowd.
I'm like, what the fuck, Beth?
Oh, dude, she even fucking blames fucking Josh later for this shit. I'm like, no, this is on you, fucking girl.
Well, especially because ultimately she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then we get Todd Phillips pulling a full Quentin Tarantino here. The next scene is a close-up on Beth's bare feet on the bus, and he puts himself in the movie sucking on her toes to wake her up.
Yep. And he's like, I just... So, do you want a foot massage? She's like, no, I don't want a fucking foot massage. Any man in this world is not fucked up pervert.
So the scene's completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like I said, full on Quentin Tarantino. He's just like, and then I suck on your feet, and that's the only time I'm in the movie. I mean, yeah, this is where Me Too started, I guess, you know? And then we see the frat house.
Ruben's like, don't worry, I got this. Like, I know the handshake. I can get us into this fraternity. They'll like put us up for the night. This guy, black guy, shows up. He's like, hey. It's like, hey, I'm your brother from Illinois chapter. And he goes up and like does the handshake perfectly. He's like, all right, man, come on in.
As soon as I saw the black dude open the door, I've obviously seen it before, but it's been a long time. But I was immediately like, it's a black fraternity. Like, I just know it.
Yeah, they walk in, and yes, it is an entirely all black fraternity, and like the guys like fucking just rolling. It's like, hey guys, these are our brothers from the Illinois chapter,
from the Ithaca chapter, yeah. And then they try to leave, and they're like, no, sit down. There's plenty of food to go around. And you see two giant black guys on either side of Kyle just eyeballing the shit out of him. And one who comes from outside is like, we found this in his car. And it's a fucking Klan hood. And he just passes out from full stress.
Yeah, they wake up like, Kyle, and wake up like, dude, they're just fucking with us. Like, it's chill. They proceed to be like super fucking cool with them for like the rest of the night. And fucking we get like, it's tricky.
Yeah, Kyle is just completely stressed out still, so he gets incredibly fucked up and becomes cool as a result of it. He dances with them, and this quote-unquote big black girl says he's just the cutest thing. I cannot stress enough how this was like. It comes up here in a few minutes, but they really harp on she's so fucking fat. Like they're sitting on a swing together, and the swing is like, I'm like, come on.
Which they just take more that he's a twiggy little bastard and like fucking weighs like 90 pounds. But yeah, no, it's like they're treating this like a shallow Hal fat level joke. And like she is just thick with the TH, like and fat with the PH. She's fucking good. Like,
And I'm not pandering. I promise you. Go look this
No.
up. It will blow your mind what was giant in this age.
She is just a normal, attractive young woman. Like, that's it. Like, she is not a skinny model. Like, fucking, she's just a person.
So he says, I've never had sex before. And she's like, that's cute. And I'm kind of into it. And then it cuts to them in bed, and she's got cheetah print underwear. And I
Yep.
was like, I think this scene imprinted something on me. The cheetah print underwear, the thick girl.
Oh yeah, no, I've been in this situation quite a few times with those exact things. She's like,
like,
you don't have
yeah, go
you don't have
ahead.
a condom, do you? Like, he's like, it's like, I think like he keeps one in the drawer behind the belt next to the watches. She's like, oh yeah, good guess.
I was also fully expecting it to be a Magnum because it's a
Yeah,
wedding
yeah.
fraternity, but they didn't do it. Next morning, Kyle comes walking out with a backwards hat on and just all the swag in the world, and everyone's
Yep.
like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, he got the cool like fucked into him. Like, there's like
Yeah.
a little bit of black DNA in him now, like somehow through osmosis.
Which is essentially the plot of The New Guy. I'm wondering
Yeah.
if that's where they got this from. But
But yeah, he just walks out. He's just like his whole like fucking like gait is different. Like he's like fucking just like social butterfly now, talking to
dapping everybody up.
Yeah.
And then he's smoking on the bus, and they're like, "All right, Kyle, what happened?"
Yeah, it's like he like just pulls out the cheetah fucking print underwear. It's like, oh my god, you kill a cheetah?
He's like, "No, this is her underwear. I boinked her." And everyone's like, "Ew." And I'm like, "Fuck you. Did you guys get laid?"
Yep. Then they bring up fucking Ruben's like, so we got $7 left to our name. And yeah,
That
this
was
like,
real
the story-
shit. That's real road trip shit.
Oh, yeah. And I remember back when I was camping with my boys one time in the Sierras, it was like, okay, we need to catch fish tonight or we don't eat. We're out of money, we're out of food. We need this $20 to get home.
We all need to turn real Lord of the Flies real quick. But their solution is to go to a sperm bank, which is just like, I get it for the gag and everything, but I'm like, bullshit. That's not how any of this works. That would not be my first thought either. But they're like, be honest or you won't get paid. And they're like, did anybody do drugs in the last 36 hours? That includes weed. And Ruben immediately goes and sits down. And they're like, did anyone have sex or masturbate? And Kyle's like, well, I'm out and nobody else is. And I'm like, you guys are losers. You were giving Kyle shit.
Yeah, so yeah, fucking Josh and Stifler go into the thing, and Stifler was like, "You got any like Asian chicks?" And he's like, just the hot nurse." He's like, "Just what you see." And then he's like, actually, can I get some help?" She's like, "Do you need help?" She's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right," just like goes in there with him.
I'm not gonna lie, even this, I might try it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do anything at all, I might be into it. But she goes in, is like, turn around, put your hands on the table.
And God's cruelest joke is that he made homosexual legal and also put the dude's G-spot up there. So like, I don't know. God's got a sick sense of humor, man.
Yeah, she tells him, turn around, put your hands on the table. She's like, I'm going to perform something called milking the prostate anally. I'm like, well, duh. And she's like, you're going to feel a strong pressure. And the noises he makes are fucking hilarious. He's like, oh, stop. Okay, no, keep going. And then she pulls up the cup and she's like, all done. He's like, that was awesome. And now we're back at present day again, and some mom is asking Barry if that works.
And his hand is like all the way the fuck up on her thigh, and she's like not resisting.
It works like a charm. Sunday morning in Ithaca, when things took an unexpected turn, you see Beth walking all pissed off back at Ithaca. Barry's trying to get the snake to eat mice by eating one himself.
It's like in his mouth, like when Beth comes in, he's like,
real shit.
Yeah. Like, can I help you? He's like, why'd you fucking lie to me?
He's like, what's the difference? Wherever he went was because of you. It's obvious he likes you, and it's disgusting. And then Jacob just walks into this room as well and tells her Josh won't be back next semester because he fucked him over. And then the snake bites Barry, and he starts swinging it around and chucks it at Jacob and wraps around his throat and bites him. I thought he was dead. I thought he was dead.
So I like literally put like dead, like just like in the throat, then like goes like on the ground. I'm like, yeah, that's like a game over right there.
Yeah. Boys are jamming out on the bus. Barry's narrating and says he set them up with his grandparents' place to crash. And I'm like, when did that happen?
Yeah, I'm guessing there's like just cut scenes from this
Or he
probably.
just made it up is the other thing I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
that
This
too.
whole part of the story. Yeah, they pull up to a house and Ruben's telling Stifler to mind his manners and everything. And then the front of the door says the Manilows. And they're like, wait, his name is Barry Manilow? That's the first time they realized that. And then the grandma from The Wedding Singer opens the door. I love she was like Diet Betty White. I loved her.
Yeah.
And
Tons of stuff. I think she's also the grandma in fucking Ace Ventura, I think too. Like,
possibly. She was a grandma in like everything.
She's like Finkel's mom or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's also the meatball grandma. Yeah. But you see, the grandpa is watching girls exercise on TV and stands up in his boxers with a full erection. He's like, well, let me give you boys the tour. She's like, honey, you're boner. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? Cut it off? And then grabs the boy's hands and holds them as he starts walking.
I'm going to show you where you're sleeping.
We see Kyle's dad show up at the front motel desk. Andy Dick is watching the same show that Grandpa was. And he rings the bell right next to Andy Dick, and he just takes it and puts it under the desk and goes back to what he was doing. And they twist his arm, get him to tell him what happened, where they are, where they went, all that shit. You see Ruben smoking weed on the porch, and the grandpa comes out. He's like, you having a smoke? He's like, I can't sleep either. Viagra gets the heart racing like a lab rat.
Yep.
They have a heart-to-heart, and he, he's like venting to him. He's like, you going to pass that doobie or what?
He's like, oh, yeah, shit. He takes a hit of it, like looks at the dog, and the dog's like, got the fucking munchies, man.
Yeah, first he blows the weed into the dog's face. And he tells him your problem is not enough, all brains, not enough cock and balls. And it says he was put on Xanax immediately and everything. And then he turns over to the grandpa and he's just completely fucking zooted.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what the dog's like. I got the munchies real bad. How about you?
Yeah. Just word warning people, if you ever give the old heads any of the modern weed, be very careful.
You'll break them.
They're not used to it, and they're going to fucking hit that shit like it's 1973, and they should not be.
Oh, they're all saying goodbye to the grandparents.
Grandpa's still fucking tripping.
Yeah, the dog goes, hey, Jack, have that bitch make me some blueberry pancakes right now. And he just nods in horror at the dog. And then we're finally in Texas, and they're playing Lovin' Machine. This also has a pretty decent soundtrack in it. It says Monday, 8:52 a.m., and they're all slow-mo walking onto campus, and shit gets out of control real fast.
Yeah, they go to the mail room, and they're like, yeah, just give me this mail. Like, he's like, got the key? I'm like, no, it's like, I'm not giving you the fucking mail.
And they try to get all hard with him and like slam his laptop shut. And even DJ Qualls is like, you better listen to the man. And he just decks DJ Qualls right in the fucking face.
Yep. Goes full postal and like rips off his shirt. It's like, wait, you're on the wrestling team? And just starts like beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, he's beating the shit out of almost all of them. And then Josh like squeezes out and jumps behind the counter and grabs the package. And then the campus police come in with mace and everybody freezes. And then Earl walks in and points a fucking gun at everybody.
Yeah.
He says my son was kidnapped, and Kyle clarifies that I wasn't kidnapped. I just went with these guys and explains everything. And it's like, why didn't you tell us where you went? He's like, I knew you'd get mad. He's like, I'm not mad.
With a fucking revolver.
And then Tiffany walks in as like, Josh, and he points the gun at her too.
Yeah. And like during the confusion, like they just fucking like run away basically to her fucking dorm. And she's like, what are you doing here? It's like, I just came to see you. It's like, that's kind of weird, but all right.
I like, they even the campus cops are like, can we just let him go? And they're like, absolutely not. He's like, he's coming with me, and points the gun at the cops, tries to leave. And then the dad and Kyle have it out. And he's like, you've been bullying me all my life. And then he sprays a fire extinguisher at everybody. And yeah, they walk into Tiffany's dorm room, and he's like, oh, I just showed up because I missed you. She buys it for some reason.
Yeah. And then like kind of starts a preamble where like, look, I know like we're like in a relationship, but like we're like, you know, kind of like in different places right now. And then like he gets a call from fucking Beth. He's like, "Oh, someone called Beth calling you," and he fucking picks up and just like very as he's having this conversation with Beth, just very slowly in the background, she's like, "Oh, what's this?" And just
Yeah.
like opens the package and everything.
And again, Beth just has abandoned all of her anger, apparently. Yeah, she basically started saying all the same shit he was saying, like, our window's small to, like, experience other things with people and everything. And then, yeah, Beth's like, I got to tell you something, too, but I'll tell you when I get back. She's like, oh, okay. She's like, I'm not mad anymore. And then she tells him that the extension was bullshit. And he, like, sees her putting the video in, hangs up the phone and runs over to take it out, but then the video cuts to just Barry recording himself in his butt cheeks.
Yep.
And then we just cut away from the scene completely. And Stifler's like, wait, you guys broke up and hugged and then you left? He's like, you loser, you always fuck one more time.
Yeah, but it's like a really mature. It's like, yeah, we just decided to be friends and just like gonna go our separate ways and just kind of hugged and said goodbye. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's like the most like adult mature thing you
And
could possibly
everything
do.
just worked out. He cheated on his girlfriend, got away with it, and now he's gonna be with this non-existent woman that's okay with everything. And he's like, I got to pass this philosophy test when we get back, but I don't know it at all. And Ruben's like, I can explain philosophy to you in 46 hours. And starts off with a Vince McMahon metaphor to start teaching him philosophy.
That's all we get. Then the rest of it's just like fucking music and montage, like over like no fucking audio. And they get back to the fucking like school, and he's like, wait a minute, what's this one last thing? He's like, this, and he's like, all right, and he fucking runs in. It's like 57 minutes late, and like sprints into class. There's a fucking bomb robot like staring him dead in the face.
Yeah, bomb squad's all in the classroom, and outside the agent hands him a card and says, bomb threats are a felony, tell us if you hear anything. And then the professor comes over the bullhorns like, all right, everybody get back in there, we're still doing this fucking test. And he takes the test and then comes out, and Beth catches him outside. It's like, how did you do? She's like, were you surprised? You didn't get back in time, so I called in a bomb threat. I wasn't going to let Jacob get you kicked out. And then she literally says, so I did good, right? And I'm like, oh my God. Just this fully just subservient, okay with everything male fantasy woman that lets him get away with whatever the fuck. And then they make out. Like, no consequences, no stakes, really. And
it's like the camera starts spinning around them, and we cut back to the current time, and Tom Green is making out with the mom so hard, and you just hear the teenager go, Mom!
And she's like so into it.
And she's got like her leg up, and like her fucking hands are like clawed into his back and shit. And they're like, oh, just got caught up in the romance of the story there for a second.
And then we get the same as the other one. He says, sorry, I cummed in my pants. I got carried away with the story. And then he does like a montage that Josh got to stay in college. Happy to report he and Beth are still together and still make amateur films and have about 70 hours worth of content.
Yeah.
Jacob left school. The Jacob
eBay.
one is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He led a cult in Iowa and then tried to lead a mass suicide, but he drank the Kool-Aid first, and then everyone changed their minds.
Yeah, Ruben made the world's most potent, undetectable pot, so protect that man.
Yeah. High Times Man of the Year.
Yep. Stifler started dating a pre-med girl and got to 3 fingers.
Beautiful. And then Kyle reconciled with his father and brought his new girlfriend home to meet the parents, Rhonda. And I think it was kind of implied there that his dad's racist from the reaction.
Yeah.
Not a shocker. And he says, that's the end of the tour. Hope you consider Ithaca. And then fucking Ethan from like American History X and everything.
And everybody loves, or my name is Earl.
Yeah. Hugs him and says, I'm definitely going to this school. And then the mom says, thank you. And they start making out again. And the outro of the movie is just panning out as they make out. And he keeps going, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then starts twitching on top of her. He's like, thank you, mommy. And then I'm pretty sure he nuts all. And that's the end of the movie. Fucking, I love Tom Green so much.
I know, he's a little fucking chaos imp, and he's wonderful at it.
Thank you. Thank you. I still hold to, I think he just made that "we are having a good time" line up just to fuck with
Yeah, I
the
mean,
well, now that you know the plot of these movies, we're gonna take them through 10 rounds, score each movie on a scale of 1 to 10 for each round, and then declare a winner of tonight's matchup. So, starting with round 1. God damn it, where's the bell? Every time. There it is. Round 1. The road trip setup. Which film creates the better reason for hitting the road? Traveling across the country to meet an online crush or stopping an embarrassing tape from being delivered? Which premise hooks you better?
yeah, I mean, this is kind of a hard one because they're both pretty like it's
Dumb.
not the destination. Yeah, it's the journey. I think I'm gonna give it to road trip, but like it's gonna be like a 4 to a 3 here. It's like not great, but I guess just because road trip that there is like a ticking clock and stakes, like shit can be horribly ruined. Like the worst thing happens in sex drive doesn't get laid. I'm just like, welcome to my 20s. Like fuck you.
So I actually picked Sex Drive for this one just because that is something I would and did drive across the country for, was to
Yep.
get laid. Like the premise, for obvious reasons, of mailing a tape on accident across the country is not something that would have ever happened to me. So it kind of just went solely off of something that would have actually like caused a road trip for me. But both pretty basic, silly, dumb premises for this
Yep.
category. So it could have went either way. But yes, you are right. There's a much bigger sense of urgency to getting across the country and road trip.
Yeah, especially in sex drive, they keep getting late and because the girl's trying to fucking rob them. It's like, okay, wait a little longer.
I will say major plot hole though with the main plot of Road Trip is that we're saying the post office delivered this package in a day across the country. Bullshit. They would have been
I
fine.
mean,
It would have
unless
got
he
lost.
paid for fucking like hyper express shipping or some shit.
Right. Pretty sure they just
Or-
threw stamps on it. And if that was the case,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have even made it because they would have pulled it as anonymous mail. Little inside baseball there. All right, round 2. The lead character. Which protagonist carries the journey better? Ian Lafferty, which I'm guessing is the dude from Sex Drive, or Josh Parker.
Road
Also,
trip, yeah.
it's fucking two just regular ass white guys. Which was better lead?
I'll give this one to Sex Drive and Ian because like as much as I hated it,
Ian.
there was a lot of like things that resonated. Like a lot of shit that happened to him happened to me. I didn't like it, but I fucking like empathize with the character. Where like Josh's whole thing is like I cheated and I don't want to get caught. Oh, I
That's
got
where
away
I'm
with
at.
it. Yeah, like
He
it's
A had no personality and B was just a douchebag. Like I never
Yeah.
felt bad for him or worried for him. Like you
No.
did this.
Yeah, no, it's like and like just the actor himself is just a little bland as well.
He is. And you know what's funny? I just realized he is the other half of Robot Chicken. Seth Green
Yeah.
is in the Sex Drive movie, and he is in this one. That's crazy.
Oh shit! There you go.
But he's definitely not. He's a funny voice and everything, but I attribute most of Robot Chicken to Seth Green because this guy
Yeah.
just is not that funny in this movie.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, he was just kind of white rice to me. And
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, give it like a 7 to a 5 in the
that's exactly what I
Sex
scored
Drive
it.
here. Yep.
All right, that
Yeah,
takes
'cause,
us.
there's some parts with some heart in it, I guess, a
Yeah.
little bit. And,
He at least had
like,
some flavor to him instead of just. He was just
Yeah.
kind of along for the ride. He didn't really
Yeah, and I
ever
also
do anything.
kind of like at the end when Ian like stands up to fucking Felicia. It's like I
Mhm.
don't want fucking pity sex, and I'm gonna go do
Exactly.
this. Tell me fucking something. All right, no, fuck you. Like he actually like grows a spine and fucking like
Yeah.
stands up. From
Headline is Ian stands up for himself and gets the girl. Headline of Road Trip is douchebag cheats, gets away with it.
Yep.
This was kind of a tough one for me. Kind
Yes.
of. It didn't end up
Kind of.
being. But round 3, the friend group. Which road crew is better? Chemistry, personalities, and group dynamics. Which group would you rather ride across the country with?
Okay, so that last part does edit it a little bit.
Yep.
So I feel the Sex Drive cast has a little better chemistry with each other, and a lot of that is being carried by fucking Lance as
Exactly.
like the charisma bomb. But As for like people that I would actually want to be stuck in a car with for fucking 3 days, probably more on the road trip side, if not just for Stifler alone.
Yep. Yep.
Whereas like at like Sex Drive, like I'm just gonna be sitting awkwardly in the back half the time while this fucking like teenage drama bullshit fucking plays out in front of me that I don't care about. Whereas at least like in fucking Road Trip, like they had like the whole bus is like this like big kind of venue to fucking like have like a little bit of activity and fucking like fucking around with each other, and it just seemed more fun.
Exactly.
Even
Yeah, I scored this one 9-6 going to Road Trip.
Yeah.
Because it basically comes down to Lance versus 4 people. And Lance is
Mhm.
funny and great, but there's a whole crew of outside of the lead character, everybody has like their
Mhm.
own thing in the other
Yeah.
group. And
also Lance is probably gonna snake a chick out from underneath you as
exactly.
well. Fucking,
Like,
like,
it's
not intentionally,
it's
but just his
basically
presence
just
is gonna
me
fuck
and
you over.
Lance and watching Lance get laid everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm good on that. That's not a
Yeah,
road
nah.
trip anymore.
Yeah, no, my best friend was the lead singer of the band. I was the backup singer. I don't need to see that anymore.
So yeah, that one on paper, I was like, ooh, tough one. And then when I really broke it down, I'm like, I don't want to go on a road trip with Felicia at all. So round 4. This is a fun one. Battle of the Greens. Which Green steals the movie more? Seth Green as Ezekiel, the sarcastic Amish mechanic, or Tom Green as Barry?
Yeah, I'm going Amish mechanic here. Seth Green was a fucking like the best part of the movie, hands down, far away.
Yes.
Just like his fucking dry sarcasm and fucking with everyone the entire time, and he saves the day multiple times with like no fucking like request for himself. Whereas I love Tom Green, he's great, but he is very much like, it's like when you get a sandwich and the chef's getting weird with it and puts like some completely random third ingredient on the top. Like,
Nick, you have to make like your own side podcast where you make food metaphors to describe every situation, and you always nail it. But it's just funny that I knew a sandwich metaphor or a pizza metaphor was coming.
Yeah, it's just what it's where my brain lives at, man. I love food. I got a Popeye's chicken sandwich waiting in the fridge for me right now. My brain is just fucking already there.
I hate you. That sounds wonderful.
But yeah, no, it's just like he's great by himself, but like he is going to be what he is in any movie, regardless of what the movie calls for.
Exactly.
I would say. So like if you like the Tom Green experience, cool, you'll get that here, but it's kind of even though it's vastly different each time it's there, it's always like Tom Green flavored.
Yeah. Well, this first of this category was just full disclosure, was just Battle of the Wild Cards. And it was going to be Andy Dick versus Seth Green, but Tom Green's just in more of the movie, and Battle of the Greens sounded funnier to me. So, but,
yeah, no, they're both kind of like weird little fucking imp-like characters that come in and like fucking flip the plot up and shit. So yeah,
but Seth Green mops the floor with Tom Green. It was so fucking funny.
No, I'm a huge Seth Green fan too. Like I fucking loved him in Buffy. I loved him like Up a Paddles. One of my
Buffy.
Paddles.
Yeah, he was great in Buffy, dude.
Yep. Yeah, Without a Paddle is a fucking god tier movie. Like,
yes, Seth Green's fantastic. Yeah, that takes us into round 5. Overall comedy. Which movie delivers the bigger laughs?
I I'm gonna give this a Sex Drive because it's I'm gonna go a 7-5 here because Road Trip's good, but it is such the quintessential boner comedy that like there's like nothing in there that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Giant Mexican with a dildo on his front. I have not seen that.
Giant donut. Clarification before the transcript is Giant Mexican with a dildo.
Clarify. Giant Mexican donut with a dildo on him. Because it is Senor Donut. He is explicitly
to be
Mexican.
fair, Giant Mexican with a dildo is not something I've ever seen in real life either. So
no. Thank God. If I see that, something has gone horribly wrong. Well, maybe my ex-fiance, but that's another story.
Yeah, we didn't clarify gender, so yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like that was all like funny. Like the Rex was hysterical, just like walking off his fucking bike multiple times. Yeah, and just his whole fucking character arc was great. Yeah, and just there is no character arc for anybody in Road Trip. They
Agreed.
need to do a thing, they do it, and I guess maybe Kyle like changes throughout the story, but beyond that, everyone's just the same person they were at the start.
Yeah, I went 10-9 here. I scored it a little closer just because Road Trip honestly held up better than I thought it would. There was more laughs.
It held up way better than I thought I was going to. Like I thought I was going to have like all this like problematic shit in it and like issues and stuff, and I'm like, nah, pretty wholesome and about board for the most part.
The stoner dog was hilarious and everything, but Yeah, just 100% of the jokes hit for me in Sex Drive, and
Yeah.
even though it holds up, it was just, and some of them are tropey, and I did try to give it credit, like this is the era that made the tropes that are tropey, but still, Sex Drive was funnier objectively to me, and I really think they just tried to hinge on, we got Stifler from American Pie, DJ Qualls, and
Mhm.
Ruben from American Pie is just going to be funny. And
Yep.
it just sometimes wasn't. Like,
Yes. We can do it again, right? And just do all the same thing? Oh, no, we can't? Oh, shit. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
However, they did fine at the box office. But again, it was
Yeah.
2000. Everything did okay at the box
It had
office if it had people.
Well, I mean, like calling back to one of our first episodes, like, I remember there was, like, a movie that came out near American Pie that, like American Pie did horrible box office because, like, none of the kids bought tickets to it. They bought it to this other movie that came out
Exactly.
at the same time
Right.
and went to that. Yeah, it's just the power of, like, boobs in the 90s and 2000s is not to be underestimated. It was,
Exactly.
like, you would go to a movie just to see that.
That takes us into round 6, Road Trip Adventures. Which film has better stops along the way? Amish Community, Stolen Cars, College Chaos. Which journey is more entertaining?
Yeah, I mean, Road Trip kinda doesn't have a huge amount of stops in a weird way.
Yeah, they're kind of hodgepodge together too. They don't really make. I just so you know, I tied this one just because they both were
Yeah.
like they both kind of to me at points felt like, and then we're just here because.
Yeah. It's just, it got a little like, it's like, okay, here's a sketch scene, here's a sketch scene, here's a sketch scene. It's just like this old style of comedy where I think like a huge part of it was just like, okay, we have a plot that we're going to use to hang all these little scenes
Right.
on that don't necessarily like connect to each other. It's very Saturday Night Live level filmmaking kind of a thing.
So I would say, just for in my opinion, I think the gold tier of road trip movie is Harold and Kumar, and they
Yes.
do a great job of explaining why we're at each place we're at. Like something happens that makes us have to go to this place. Where
Yeah.
in road trip, especially, like they're
Yeah.
just at a grandma's house.
Yeah,
Then
they
it's
have
just
the
explained
ADR
away.
plot into it. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like my grandma. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a little bit to Sex Drive just because it does feel a little more contiguous. Whereas Road Trip is like, okay, we're stopping doing this now. Oh, there's complication.
Yeah.
Oh, this happened.
Yeah, fair. I agree. Round 7, heart and character growth. Which movie balances raunch with genuine emotion better? Which story has more heart underneath the chaos? I think character growth is the most important part of that.
Yeah, and in that note, I am going to give this a 3 to 8 in terms of Sex Drive because there is no character growth. One of the characters gets
Exactly.
laid and becomes kind of cool. Like that's his entire arc.
Yes.
Whereas like the other characters, they all kind of started as shitty people, but like at the end, they do kind of like self-actualize and realize some shit about themselves and each other. And,
Yeah, almost every
like,
single person does. Like
Yeah.
Rex comes out, fucking him and Felicia get together, but he even has
Yeah.
a moment of like, I'm not gonna let you keep doing this to me. Like this is kind of
Mhm.
emotionally abusive, and Lance
Yep.
settles down. But yeah, road trip is absolutely nothing.
Yeah, no. It's like we got away with it.
Yep.
Cool. That's it.
Stifler finds out he's into ass play. That's
Yeah, that's the biggest arc.
most
Yeah.
productive thing. Yeah. Yeah, where is it? I went 7-2 for this. Yeah, road trip just didn't even
Mhm.
fucking try.
No.
Round 8, supporting characters. Which movie gets more from its side characters? Cameos, one-offs, smaller roles? Which one felt more entertaining?
Yeah, I mean, I just for Andy Dick alone, I have to put like a good bit of weight on fucking Road Trip here because
That's what it came down to for me.
Yeah.
It came down to Rex versus Jacob.
Yeah, because I mean, we already got like all the
Right.
the green off earlier, so like that I'm kind of disregarding those characters in this. Yeah, and Jacob's kind of a tool, but yeah, I loved Andy Dick's character. He's in there for 2 scenes, but he's fucking great. And the supporting characters in Sex Drive are like Miss Tasty and the guy in the car and
You got
the
Nutsack
Mormon
Grandpa.
girl. Nutsack Grandpa. But
And Rex.
yeah,
Like I said, for me, it came down to
Yeah,
Rex
Rex.
versus Andy Dick.
Yeah, you
And
know, I
I
think, yeah, Rex
bowled over
is-
this one for a while, but I fucking love Rex.
I think I'm just so shocked by like a coherent Andy Dick
Agreed.
performance that it's like it's definitely putting a finger on the scale for me. But I think Rex just like the 2 times I just wish there was a third Ghost Ride the Whip fucking like spin out thing to complete the 3 beats. But that was great. Yeah, he's emotional and yeah. I think Rex is definitely a better character at the end of it.
Yeah, that was the only reason Road Trip stood a chance in this category was Andy Dick. And
Dick,
I
yeah.
sat here for a minute thinking back and forth, but I was like, Rex Max is just fucking great, especially because it's that actor. Like,
Yep.
it's so funny. All right, that takes us into now it's round 9 soundtrack. Which movie has the better soundtrack?
Yeah, I mean, I think to me, just and yet again, this is pure nostalgia, but it going a road trip here just because that was
I figured we would split on this one. I absolutely
yeah,
went Sex Drive because Fall Out Boy.
yeah, yeah. No, it's just that there's too many things from my childhood here. Fall Out Boy was like a little just on the edge of like me being too cool for it because I was a guy and wasn't allowed to like it at that age.
Yes,
So
that was a thing, by the way.
yep.
That band is for girls is pretty much the sentiment. But then
Yeah,
they
no.
covered Beat It, and I didn't care. I loved them.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just because of the classic rock vibes to it and everything, I just kind of love the older
Yeah, they
stuff.
had some classic rock. They had some, what's that song by The Flies? Right Where I Want You. I love that song.
Yeah, they had a like It's Hard to Rock Around, It's Right on Time, and all that
Yes,
stuff.
it's
Yeah,
tricky.
yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I went 10-9 here. I just eked it out straight up because of Fall Out Boy. That's
Yeah.
what it came down
Fair
to.
enough. And I'd also say
Generational thing, usually the soundtrack round
and the
is.
note I had when Fall Out Boy came on was I'm too old to know who this is on sight.
Yeah, luckily they say it in case you don't know them.
Yeah,
by
so
how they look.
we're like, oh, Fall Out Boy. I know them. I've heard of that band.
Yes. Like I said, figured we'd split there. Round 10, as always. Final verdict, gut check, strip everything away. Which movie is simply better overall and more likely to rewatch?
Yeah, I think I'm going to Sex Drive here, even though I loved Road Trip. It was a staple of my childhood, even though it should not have been by any metric.
Yeah.
And so one of those, like I had American Pie and I had Euro Trip on VHS that were like hidden in the fucking back of my closet where my parents couldn't find them.
Yeah.
But,
Same.
But yeah, but it is a relic of its time in a lot of ways. It spawned a lot of things and like is that like kind of like the Seinfeld of its like generation where it's like it's ununique now in the fact that it's been replicated so many times that it's become like a cliche. But Six Drive is just far more in a way a more enjoyable movie with better jokes and it's more tightly written and that I like the actors are better in it or the writing is better. I think the actors are better in Road Trip, but I think the script is way better in Sex Drive that they have to work with. Yeah.
Yeah, which is shocking because Todd Phillips went on to make some of the most hilarious. Todd Phillips, right? Is that his name?
I think
The
so,
director? Yeah, Todd Phillips went on to make some of the most hilarious shit I've ever seen in my life with like Old School and everything. He really found his groove.
But you got to start somewhere, man.
Right. But also, yeah, I went 8-1 here. Sex Drive. Yeah, Road Trip was great when I was younger, and it definitely held up way better than I thought it would. But
Yes.
rewatching Sex Drive, not only did it held up, it just reignited how fucking much I love that movie. And again, please go watch the unrated version. Everyone that watches this, it's a whole nother experience and it's hilarious. The fact that they took the time to do that too just adds to it a little bit for me. But yeah, whole nother level of comedy compared to Road Trip, and Seth Green makes the goddamn movie.
It's the Model T versus the Ford GT. You know, it's the evolution of it.
I would put Road Trip and Sex Drive on like end caps of the road trip genre.
Yeah,
and just like those drawings where they do like a shitty drawing of a horse turned into a great drawing of a horse. It's kind of what it feels like. But with that round being scored, your judges tonight have unanimously decided the winner of this contest, with Nick voting 7-3 in favor of Sex Drive and me voting 8-1 with a single tied round in favor of Sex Drive. Your winner is Sex Drive. Was a fun matchup. I will again reiterate, only knock I really have on Sex Drive is that it's too goddamn long.
Yeah, no, it needs an editor to take like 15 to 20 minutes out of it.
Yes. Yeah, the unrated version is like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
But before we tell you what we're doing next week, we're going to leave you with some movie trivia from each of these movies. Cue song. So I'll do Sex Drive first. The actual tree that Ian and Felicia throw their shoes on is located outside Hartford, Illinois. Many shoes have been added to it since the movie. I just want to go see what it looks like now and if it's just completely like bent over from all the tree.
It's probably dead.
Fall Out Boy was unsure about appearing in the film until Seth Green, who is a personal friend of the band, persuaded them to do it. Whoa, I didn't know that. Although the film received an R rating and a considerably raunchier unrated version, the source material is actually a young adult novel.
Yeah.
Might have to check that out now. I don't know if it's worth it, but
Yeah, it's young adult. Just put it in the bathroom. We'll be done in 2 days.
right. I mentioned this earlier, but those are not prosthetic testicles we see in the trailer park, but the actual balls of actor Josh Duarte.
Yes.
Prosthetics had been made, but they failed to match the size of his own real body parts. I'm assuming they mean the length of it.
Yeah. Well, they said what they said.
Both Seth Green and Katrina Bowden, Mrs. Tasty, have appeared in Fall Out Boy music videos before this film. Seth Green is in the funeral scene of This Ain't a Scene. Katrina Bowden was the mean girl dancing with Patrick Stump in Dance Dance. I had a couple more. God damn it. The green 1999 Mitsubishi Eclipse that the GTO races is the same one that Paul Walker drives in Fast and Furious with a few changes. And then the very last one. During the end credits, several social media messages comment that Rex coming out as gay should have been obvious because of his love for the movie Enchanted, to which Rex replies, Enchanted rules. It's an inside joke because Marsden plays the prince in Enchanted. What you got?
All right. So for Road Trip, the university in the opening scene flyover is Harvard University. Old School uses the same footage.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
Fucking Harvard being used in both of those. And the fact that they say Boston University. That's great.
Yep. Though the film takes place at schools in Ithaca, Boston, and Austin, almost all the college scenes were filmed at Georgia Tech, Emory University, and the University of Georgia, all near Atlanta. Get damn sweet tax credits.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ithaca University is fictional, but Todd Phillips and Scott Armstrong are alumni of Ithaca College in Ithaca, New York, and the movie is based on their time there.
Okay.
Yeah. The motel clerk reads an issue of Celebrity Skin magazine with Drew Barrymore on the cover. At the time, Barrymore was engaged to actor Tom Green, who plays Barry in the movie.
What the fuck? Did you say Drew Barrymore was with Tom Green?
Yeah.
How the hell did that relationship kick off?
I don't know, but it gives me fucking hope, man. That's all I'm going to say. Crispin Glover was originally cast as Jacob, the teacher's assistant with a crush on Beth.
Crispin Glover. Who's Crispin?
Yeah, fucking Marty's dad from fucking Back to the Future.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
It just worked well for us, though, because we just did Dazed and Confused, so that's funny.
DJ Qualis can't eat French toast anymore on account of his breakfast scene as Kyle. Qualis has said he ate 100 pieces of French toast, Wonder Bread, during the 7-hour shoot, given they needed to get his reaction as the character.
That's incredible. Yeah, I can't imagine. They're not supposed to actually eat it, dummy.
No, you fucking probably knew. And last one I'll say here is the original audition for the role of Barry was done by Zach Galifianakis. He would later earn a leading role in Todd Phillips' film The Hangover.
Man, that's a tough call. I don't know which one would have been better, honestly.
I know.
Early Galifianakis would have been great.
Yeah, but was he ripe enough for this role, though? That's the thing.
Probably not.
Because,
again, Tom Green was more lucid in this movie than he is in anything else.
Yeah.
And he's still insane.
Dude, him and Andy Dick, man. They must have just like pumping them full of Adderall like the second they got on.
Yeah, they just got the 1 month out of their entire lives that they were both sober.
Yeah, it's like fucking like solar eclipse. It was like the only time they got both of them like fucking on like a fucking rehab stitch. And then like, shoot it now.
All right, well, with that, we are on the 3rd week of our cycle here, which means it is Nick's turn to pick the matchup. And
so there, I think this week we're going on End of the World here. We are doing Dogma versus This Is the End.
Yes! Oh, thank God. I was like, I hope he does that, but he might just go another shit fight that I don't remember. But
I'm excited to do a shit fight, but yeah, no.
Yes, Dogma has been unembargoed, finally. I bought it the day it happened on Amazon Prime, so I've already got it ready to go.
Oh yeah, no, I remember there was this. I used to watch all the Kevin Smith. Like I hesitate to call them stand up. Kevin Smith just in front of a group of people and talks
His
about his
TED
life.
Talks, yeah.
Yeah, his TED Talks. And one was about he was at like something kind of like I think it was like a clerks and it was like a costume contest for clerks or something like that. And the prize was like a copy of Dogma. And he's like, can I get that? Because I don't have one.
Yeah, for those that aren't in the know, we'll probably talk about it more on the episode, but for whatever reason, that movie specifically, Harvey Weinstein did everything in his power to keep anyone from being able to watch it after many years of it being everywhere. Like, it wasn't a problem forever. I think it was kind of a response to the Me Too movement that hit Harvey Weinstein. I don't know if Kevin Smith said some shit, and he was just like, fuck you, I'm going to take your best movie away.
No. It's Harvey Weinstein was a good Christian man and was mad about the heresy in the movie.
Fucking loser. But, yeah, he finally lost that fight, and they did a whole re-release thing. It was in theaters, and it was a great thing that happened to the universe. But yeah, so if you're unfamiliar with Dogma, it's pretty similar to This Is the End, and this is going to be a great matchup.
So go watch Dogma if you hadn't, then come back here and watch us talk about Dogma.
Yes. I'm sure you've seen This Is the End. I don't even have to ask, but Dogma is a classic. So your winner this week, in summary, was fucking Sex Drive. Next week, Dogma versus This Is the End. Probably put it in the reverse order, but whatever. We'll decide that later.
Yeah.
Again, please like and subscribe. Share the episode. Leave a comment of a matchup you'd like to see. Give us 5 stars if you're listening to the audio version. And as always, I have been Devin Vestal.
I'm Nick Nye.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time.